Let's see.
I'm back.
Is everyone connected to the spreadsheet thing we have for the party?
I don't.
Probably not.
Alright, you probably want to do that because that's going to have some info on it. But let's see. It is Grill. Who's Grill? Is that someone who's
Grohl?
not here?
Grohl would be me. I'm Grolguar.
Why does it say
Sure
Grill?
it's Grohl. I don't know. I can't explain things I don't understand.
So, Guar is the one we're missing. Maybe it's Groll. I don't know why it says Grill. Grrull.
Well, you've got Grohl, Elite, and Guaguar.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
We can hear you.
Which channel is the spreadsheet on?
I mean, the link to it is in the main chat. It's pinned there.
Oh, cool.
So it should be in the pins. Yeah, I guess scroll. It would be your turn to scribe if you're okay with that.
I am more than willing to be supportive.
Alright. Robin, you were the previous scribe, right? Are you still away from your computer?
Yeah, I was the previous scribe, but I put all the write-up out there, so I can't read it while I'm driving, or I shouldn't do that.
No, you probably shouldn't do that. Is
I
anyone...
can step in.
You want to read his journal? Alright, cool.
Do I have to read it like a fairy, or can I read it like Guar?
You can read it however you want, because it's just a
You read it
recap.
like a man that's 2 feet tall.
Yeah.
Great.
That's a
The
tiny
84th and 88th days of summer.
All right, so we started with. It started out. We were in the sewers. We had defeated the mummies. We had just finished that, and then we get attacked by like a god spider because it hit everything. It was impossible to hit for a while there, and we finally defeated that. We took out a ghoul as well last week. Scrap, did a lot of like opening doors and stuff for us. He was like our tech advisor throughout the week. We encountered some bandits. It didn't go very well. Again, we think they were very godlike. Lots of crits against us and lots of twos by us. The entire orc contingent was taken down, but then again, the bandits did approach with a crossbow pointed at us and said, "Halt! What do you want here?" And we said, "We come in peace." And they said, "Oh," and kept the crossbow pointed at us. So that's what happens when you pick on half orcs. So we ended up finally getting through that fight, thanks to, I believe his name was Shock. Again, not that we're saying there's a +10 on everything Lou was rolling last week, but it seemed that way. Shock was our best. Shock was our best fighter and an NPC. So
It's
once
true,
we
Shock
finally
was a
survived all
beast.
Yeah.
He went
Yeah.
beast mode. I don't know what was up with that.
Yeah. So once we got through that and got out of the sewers, I think we found out that Shock's friend was dead. We did. We found him dead. And that was bad juju for him. He was really upset. So we did get some loot and gear. We found like an old temple with a ton of silver. We bought some things with that silver. And we got in the caravan and we started heading towards Char, which was what we were paid to do. We had two uneventful days, 3 uneventful days on the road. And we just made camp, and while I was on watch, we heard something in the bushes, and that is where we begin today.
Alright. Thank you for that recap. So, we will pick things up. It's 12 a.m. on the 88th of summer, midnight. Past midnight. when we go back to the campsite where some sort of attack is happening. Whoop. I think everyone should be on the board. Did we roll initiatives yet? I don't think we did.
We did not. We were gonna start with initiative.
So there are yells from all over the caravan as a bunch of orcs seemingly come running out of the bushes. You would also hear noise to the north and south in the front and back of the caravan. Seems like a large-scale attack.
Is there a reason I'm at 1 hit point?
I probably didn't use the long rest button since last we played. So you should be at full resources right now.
Cool.
Because it's been several days of travel. Alright, let's do some initiative rolls for the enemy,
Oh my goodness.
as well as your allies.
Here we go again.
These orcs since time.
These are
Raven, can you roll Robin's initiative on my behalf? I'm just 2 minutes away now.
It doesn't matter.
yeah.
All the orcs have like 20 pluses, so it doesn't matter.
Alright. Rolled Robin's initiative.
Oh, we
I
should-
think? Yeah, I have.
Yeah, you did.
Alright.
Okay, let me roll initiative real quick.
Let me click on my token.
Oh, geez, you guys haven't rolled yet? Alright. Let me know when you rolled.
No, we're too busy watching all your 20s, so we can push out 2s and 4s and 11s.
Well, apparently you were a bit taken by surprise by all these orcs. Alright, is everyone on there?
Yeah.
Alright, let me reorder the initiative.
Am I? There I am. After 17 orcs.
A lot of
At least one of the orcs
21.13s.
rolled a 2.
He did. He tripped.
Alright, so the first to act is going to be one of the orcs to the south, who is going to attack the guard. He comes running in. Luckily, the guard is able to put his shield up and block.
They have great axes.
This orc is going to charge up here. Oh, and let me make sure the map is... Okay, it is. Alright. He charges up to this guy, who is not happy about... Oh, he would connect with a great axe attack, putting this guy to wounded as he nicks him with the blade. The guard ally up north is going to stab this spear, but the orc would dodge it. The guard ally to the south yells, "I need help down here!" And he's going to spear as well. Does the best hit though. 2 points of damage. More orcs come running in. This guy is gonna run up behind this guy, forming a flank. Oh, but he will miss. Right, the orcs did roll really well. This orc comes in swinging, rolls a 1, almost falls over. This one is going to flank this guy with his great axe. 23 will strike, doing 9 slashing, putting him near death. He says, "I need help down here." That guy up north stabs with his spear, missing. The guy near death is going to take the dodge action. Hopefully someone comes to save his ass. Man, you guys did roll really low.
Bad news for your kid.
This guy is going to flank, but another miss. This guy over here is going to ready an attack. He says, flank him on this guy. Robin, Oh, Robin's not home yet. I'll have him.
I just sat down, so give me 30 seconds and I'll be on.
All right. I'll skip ahead for now. This guy is gonna come up swinging with the flank. He will strike, doing 10. Oof. And that guard is very near death.
That poor dude.
Guar.
Alright, that's the best way to go about it. Alita, first of all, looking at these orcs, as a half-orc, is there any distinguishable, like, clan or something they're part of, any tribe or something?
They do have a mark on their armor, their hide armor, which I don't know if any of you recognize. It would be waves crashing against the shield.
Waves crashing against the shield. Okay, that's about probably all I can look at this spot. So, they're attacking us. Elite would step forward, pull out his big old sword, and Dominance, and you take that one step to get the flank.
Yeah, alright, that'll trigger this guy's attack. So he spends his reaction. He's going to stab. He yells, thanks! Oh, and he rolls terribly. 11 will miss the orc, unfortunately for him.
And as I swing at this orc, I'm like, why are you attacking us, brother? And then I'll swing Dominance down on him.
He yells,
Alright.
filthy half-blood.
I knew it! I knew it!
Racist.
I swing harder! 11 in his back.
Oh, alright. He is badly wounded from the hit. Ah!
I spit on him.
So he is, yeah, near death. Alright, anything else?
That's my turn.
Your guard ally here is going to yell, I can't, as he falters. The orc up here is going to rush in, swinging at the one who just missed his buddy, cutting him for 7, which would kill him. Your guard ally yells, there's too many of them! We should retreat! And he is going to... What's he gonna do? He's gonna fall back and start retreating carefully, dodging. Dodge. Scrap.
Okay,
I know Robin still has to go. I'll put you in after this.
Sounds good.
I think I want to cast... 5 foot long, 5 foot... Okay, no, that's gonna get done. I'm just gonna cast Firebolt on that guy right there.
Get the racist orc, alright.
Yeah.
So you chant, he does have cover from your ally. So that, I'll say, let's see. Yeah,
You're very faint, Scrap.
he would have moderate cover from your current position, which would give him a +3 to his AC, because you have one of your allies right in front of you.
How about right here?
Alright, from there he'd have light cover, so +2 to his AC. So you step...
Well, I'm not getting his opportunity attack range, so I'll just cast it from there.
Okay. Oh, that 19 will strike.
10. Show me a 10. Alright.
No, that is not going to be enough to kill him. Almost.
Scrap's gonna say shit, and then go right back here.
You sizzle his arm a little. Alright, Robin, what are you going to do?
I'm gonna look at that guy and I'm gonna say, your face looks like toe fungus! I'm gonna
Alright.
just viciously mock him.
You viciously mock his toe fungus face. He will fail, taking another 1 damage as you bring him
These damage rolls.
so much closer to death. agonizingly
Suspiciously
close.
like last week.
He does have disadvantage though. That's what we need.
He does. Or not advantage. Disadvantage to his next attack.
Is there a way to? I don't know if you have the setup for that, but fly up so that I can observe the whole battlefield.
Yeah, you just have to use movement and put your altitude.
Right. I have the.
So
I wasn't able to put the number in last week.
So how high are you flying?
30 feet.
So you just mouse over the flight symbol and press 3.
Mouse over the flight symbol, press 3. I'm pressing 3 and I moused over the little flight symbol and it's
When you
not.
have the menu open.
Yeah, you have to open the lens menu.
Oh, I was mousing over the wrong thing.
There
There
you
we
go.
go.
Alright, so you
Amazing.
fly up, getting a better view of things. From up there, you would see fighting over here and over here. Looks like there's a little battle going on. From the north, Shock comes running in. And he is going to attack the orc up there with the flank. 13 will strike.
Thank you.
7 damage would wound the orc. Oh.
Hey Raven, I can't see that combat because of the shadow.
Yeah, there's no way to really
Elevate.
do height. I can just block paths, so you know that he's over here. You would see him.
Okay, I was just gonna move around a little bit and keep my torch in place to indicate where I was, so I could see. I still can't see it because anyway, whatever.
Yeah.
I'll figure it out.
Alright, that's it for him. And finally in the round, this guy's gonna turn around and attack Shock. Oh, Shock is
hold on.
struck. Yeah.
Why aren't I on that list?
Probably because you didn't roll initiative.
I did roll initiative.
I asked if anyone wasn't on the list. You didn't say anything. Fine, roll initiative again.
Is this another display of racism?
Racist. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I rolled a. I know what I rolled. I'll find it. It's like a 2, so I'm going last.
Your token might not have been selected.
No, I did not get the token not selected warning thing.
Yeah, it says it's right there. I don't know why he wasn't on there,
Yeah, it says I'm there.
I don't know. Why don't you roll again?
but
You can just put me in at 2.1. It makes sense. That's where we are.
Well, go ahead and roll and put yourself at 2.1. Because, okay. 2.1. Alright, so, yeah, that guy attacked Shock. Groll, what are you gonna do?
Right. One. Gonna go there. We are going to cast Shield of Faith, so I will be concentrating.
Alright. I think there's a Shield of Faith marker.
Okay.
Or maybe there's not. I don't know.
it's the
Spiritual weapons, spoken, stealth, stun. I don't. Restricted access. Nope, I don't see it. Stun, stealth, spoken, spiritual. No, it's not.
Let me see. Oh, you know why it's not. Okay, I'll add it. Hang on. Alright, you should see it now. Here, I'll just mark you for this turn. Shield of Faith.
Attack
Bonk.
that guy there.
Shield of Faith lasts 10 minutes?
It does.
Alright. Just mark yourself that you have a sword and shield out, though, please.
Yes. Warhammer. There we go. That's my attack. 16.
Which one were you hitting? That guy? Alright, yeah, 16 will strike him. Oh. Doing 7.
Just 7. get it shot that
Points
off.
of damage.
So I'm assuming every week I have to click that radiant thing when I open up my character sheet, or it will do it every time.
Probably. So you need a concentration mark and a 2 hands used mark. Other than that, you're good. Anything else?
Oh, I'm good.
Alright, into the new round. This guy will attack the guard to the south. 16 will strike him, and this guy goes... Oh, wait. Oh, no, he rolled double 16. Yeah, he goes down. He is then gonna move north and use aggressive to engage the frightened one. This guy is gonna attack you. Luckily, you raise your shield, blocking the attack. Your guard ally says, hold it together, we can win this. He's going to attack with the flank, striking for 4, as the orc becomes badly wounded by the spear hit. Another guard ally to the south. That guy's at 1 with 2 orcs around him. He's gonna yell for backup as he dodges, hoping that this pays off. This guy here is at disadvantage. He's gonna swing at you because he wasn't a fan of that attack you did. 20, I believe, would hit you.
Yeah, that's gonna hit me.
Alright. Unfortunate. 4 slashing, so not the best hit. But, yeah. Would still strike you. That is it for him. No longer has disadvantage. This guy up here is attacking the guard. Who would block, keeping himself safe. This guy to the south is going to rush up. Using his dash. Oh, he can't get to flank, so he's going to get to here and attack the feared guy, but luckily would miss. Your guard ally here is going to stab. The orc is struck for 4. Still up. That guard ally has fallen. So take him off. This guy is going to attack with flank, but disadvantage. And he would miss. That guard ally has fallen as well. Robin.
I'm gonna move over here.
Alright, so you fly above, ignoring difficult terrain.
Yep. And then what a mess. Do any of the orcs look damaged with the exception of this guy and this guy?
This guy looks tired. He's been fighting with your ally, Grohl.
Right. I'm going to this guy right here. Actually, no. He's moving. This guy's facing us and is moving that way, or is he still attacking?
He's attacking the feared guard.
I'm gonna cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter on this guy right here.
Alright. So he must make a wisdom save.
DC 13.
So you say something funny. Oh, he would fail. So I don't think I have a marker for Tasha's, so you just need a concentration and a 1-minute timer. But this guy is going to fall over laughing. I believe that incapacitates him, right?
Yep, he falls prone, so you can really just use the prone indicator. And I'm concentrating. So. I'll put the concentration on. Get the little concentration icon on me.
And prone. Alright. Anything else?
Nope, that's all I got.
Alright, the orc to the south is attacking with flank. And unfortunately, dodging did not pay off. Elite.
Well, the guy in front of him's still standing, so Elite's gonna swing at him again.
Oh.
Really doesn't like this guy because he's blatantly racist.
He's an inbred.
Oof. 10 would miss if only you'd been flanking.
Well, doesn't matter. What am I? At least gonna use second wind. He's gonna steal himself and try to heal him. Perfect.
Alright, so you regain 9. Feeling a little bit better.
And yeah, that's me. Actually, no, I will take one step up after I can.
Alright, this guy down here is going to keep freaking out and dodge for his turn, yelling help. This guy up here is gonna growl and pull a javelin off his back, holding his great axe one-handed for a moment. He's gonna throw it up at the fairy.
Oh, Jesus
goodness.
Christ.
Luckily, I think... What's the javelin range? Because I think you're out of range.
20, 60, I think.
Okay, so it is out of range, so it's not a crit. But you would be struck for 7 points of damage. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, that kills me.
Alright, so unfortunately, yeah, that would bring you down, as you are hit with the javelin and go to the ground. That is it for him. The guard ally here is going to... Oof. You see Shock is up there. I think he's gonna try to run up north and help his buddies. Getting into position up here with the dash. Scrap.
Scrap is gonna go right here,
Mm-hmm.
and he's gonna say, "Fuck you, racist asshole," and shoot another firebolt at him.
Oh yeah, 24 is gonna hit. Doing 3 points of fire, which will actually bring him down.
Talk shit, get burned.
Alright.
That's all he's gonna do.
So Shock up north is going to try to attack again the wounded guy. Oh, man, he's in beast mode again. 11, yeah, he completely annihilates this guy. Alright, the orc is dead. Groll.
This guy hasn't gone yet.
No, he hasn't. Or wait, yeah, he did.
Did he?
Yes, he did.
He tried to attack
Okay.
humans.
God, I'm not paying attention at all to that. Okay, I'm going to attack him.
So your ally up here is down as he was hit by a javelin. You said you're attacking this guy?
Yeah, I'm gonna step here though. One.
Yeah, this guy went like second in the round. He missed you though.
Then I'm gonna step here. I'm gonna attack him again. Actually, no, I'm gonna step here, so I'm in front of both of these guys.
Alright, so you move in trying to get their attention off of your allies. Oh, nice hits. 23 will strike. You said this guy?
Right in front of me.
Oh, this guy.
Oh, this guy right here. No, I'm sorry, this guy. Yeah, this guy.
So the one who isn't wounded.
The one who is wounded.
The one you hit
This guy,
before.
right?
Okay, so yeah, 23 will strike him.
For 10.
Oh, yeah, you cave in his skull. As the wounds are too much.
Right. I think that's on.
You can attack
Actually,
again if you
I can.
If you want to use your class stuff, I guess.
Yeah, I'm gonna attack the guy straight in front of me. Well, I was just checking
Ah.
my spells if I had anything memorized to help
Yeah.
our faltered fairy, but
Is
I don't.
that every round you get an extra attack as a bonus action?
No, it's as
Up
many
to-
as his wisdom modifier.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
so for me, I
Can you
get
link
three,
that ability?
three a day.
That sounds more
Um,
familiar.
I should be able to.
It should be under War Priest, I think.
Yeah, traits, class traits. War priest.
All right.
Yeah. So I've got a +3 with a 16 wisdom.
All right. So yeah, you can do it 3 times. All right. So as your bonus action, you're swinging at this guy.
Guy directly in front of me, the one who speared our fairy.
All right.
And
Oh,
Rumpkin,
sh-
yes.
All right. You're a little off balance. Just swing wildly. That's going to end this round. The orc here is going to try to get the dodging guy. 14 will miss. So that time it paid off. This orc is dead. Your guard ally yells, says, "Oh, shock!" And he's going to rush over and try to help this guy out. Yeah, he will hit him for 7. Oh, badly wounded. As he was already getting kind of beat up. Your other guard ally to the south has fallen, sadly for him. This orc has fallen. This orc up here is going to roar and swing at the one south of him. Connecting. He would strike him for 5. Alright. This guy is going to get up, look around confused as to why he fell asleep.
Why he started laughing.
Yeah, what's so funny about that joke? And he is going to move here and try to take down the guard. 15 would be enough with the flank. Oh wait, that guy's dodging. Yeah, it would still be 15, so he hits him for 5. Oh. Help, please!
Keep dodging, bro. Keep dodging.
The guy up north is going to try to finish off this orc. Oh yeah, that will strike, doing another 2. And barely alive now, but still up. This guy here is going to run north. 13 will miss, luckily, as he dodges again. He says, "There's too many of them!" Robin, you are down as death is upon you. Give me a whispered death save.
How do I whisper that again?
So...
I can't just click on the death save link, so that's just going to go into the public, right?
Yeah, so if you do /w space GM space double bracket 1d20 close double bracket, you
Okay.
can... It'll whisper it.
That work?
I think you rolled 1/d20? Is that
The
pi?
other thing you can do.
Yeah.
The other
Oh,
thing you can
I
do,
got it.
Brad,
There it is.
Go on your character sheet. There's a button.
Yeah, you can
Right,
also...
but if I hit the button, it's going to go into the public channel, right?
No, if you click on the cog, then just click whisper roll, then you're good to go.
Yeah, you can set it up that way as well, but I got your roll. Alright, so that's it for you. The orc down here is going to rush up, yelling, "Overwhelm them, quickly!" He's going to use aggressive to double move and attack. But yeah, this guy's holding them back. Ah! Because they're all surrounding him.
Dancing over there.
Shoop, shoop, shoop. Elite.
Elite will look to his side and see the fairy has fallen out of the sky and reach back into his bag and take out one of our 2 health potions. I'm just changing that in the inventory right now.
Yep.
And he will pour it into his mouth and say, "Come on now, you can't be falling right now."
Alright. So you administer a healing potion, healing him for 2d4 plus 2. Oh, look at that
So
roll.
4 HP. Yum yum.
I mean, level 1, that's like, he's over half now. He's not even wounded
But he
anymore.
is little small guy, and that's what I spend my action doing.
Alright.
After I feed him the potion, I will move. I'm assuming I can go through this tree here.
Yeah, it'd be difficult terrain, but that would be enough movement. Alright, so you are awake at 4 hit points. That is it for Elite. Guard ally is still afraid. He's going to keep dodging, putting his spear and shield up, trying... No, not that guy. Trying desperately to keep everyone back. Okay. This orc who is now surrounded, he's gonna swing at you because you took down his buddy. Fall.
You're garbage.
Clang.
I spit on him too.
Oh. He spitted him out. Well, he already swung, but he's pissed at you now. This guy up here does a lunging attack, skewering the orc. He says, to the south, quickly! 10, 20, 25, 30. He moves there.
Popping off up there.
Scrap.
Alright, can I ask a question?
You can, and you just did.
Okay, fair point. Would any of the food I had, or like anything in my bag, count as rotted food?
I thought all your food... I don't know, do you have rotted food?
I don't know, but I have provisions. But that's probably like jerky. I just wanted to cast cautious caustic brew on these guys, but I don't think I have any rotting meat on me.
Well, is that what's required for it?
Yeah.
So if you have a components pouch, it's considered that you have all the non-cost spell ingredients. So as long as you have a spell components pouch, which you probably started with, or else you couldn't cast most of your spells.
Yeah, I don't actually have one in my inventory, which is annoying.
Well,
Pretty sure you should have one.
I mean, you can choose not to take it as part of your starting equipment. That would be an odd choice, though.
I don't
Yeah, if you
remember.
took starting equipment, if you just did that take starting equipment piece, you get it. Artificer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the choices is like a focus or a component pouch.
But
Do you
the
have a
artificer, as long as you have a tool in your hand, you can use any tool as that you're proficient in as your spellcasting focus.
Yeah, so do you have a focus by chance?
I have thieves' tools.
That's all.
There you go.
So if you have thieves' tools in one of your hands, that can be your focus. At which point you don't need the rotting meat. You need a focus or a components pouch.
Cool. I don't often play spellcasters, so this is new for me.
Yeah, the only time you generally have to worry about ingredients is if it has a cost associated, like in gold pieces.
Okay.
Just be grateful enough to walk around with a chunk of rotting meat.
Well, Scrap would have willingly done that.
He is a
Hey,
kobold.
man.
He
If
probably
you
does it
wanna-
anyway.
Half these
You would've
people with
eaten it.
Fireball would need back guano half the
Yeah,
time.
track your back, guano, and sulfur, please. Alright.
Well, I'm gonna look down at the guard down there and say, sorry, and I'm gonna cast Caustic Brew.
Alright, go ahead and link it. So you wave your thieves' tools around. I guess as an artificer, usually they cast in weird ways. Do you just do normal casting, or do you do like some kind of technology cast?
He's gonna grab the wrench off his back and just clang his forehead and like throw it up all over them.
Alright, so you just spit a bunch of... Oh, it's a line, it's not a cone. So you're gonna spit through which ones?
These. It's... Oh, yeah. Actually, no, I think I can do these guys. I just right here.
You can hit... Yeah, you can hit 2 of them either way, or you can hit 2 of them in the guard, which is kind of a dick move, but... Alright, so you just spit a bunch of caustic brew in a straight line. They have to make deck saves. Oh shit! As they see a bunch of acid coming at them. Oh no, he's gonna fail the first one, so he is covered in acid. This guy yells something in Orcish.
Oh, what does he say?
The kobold can use magic. Kill him.
I'll say.
No, he can't.
Well,
his
this
name?
guy does
I
not dodge
can't
either.
remember the one, man.
So
bad dude.
you mark yourself as concentrating in a 1-minute timer because you have to.
When they say that, I'll yell to Scrap. I'm like, Scrap, get out of there!
All right, that's it for Scrap. So Shock. It's gonna move south. 25, 30. It says you're still. You would be at 0, or it says you're at -4. I'm guessing that's wrong, Robin, because I think you're at 4, right?
He should be at 4.
Robin? Maybe
This
muted.
is me yelling into the freaking microphone, muted again. I took 11 points of damage. I have 7 total hit points. So I just subtracted it and left it there.
You don't. Well, you don't go negatives. You just go to 0. There's no negatives. So you'd be at 4 because you got healed by one of your companions with a healing potion.
Oh, I did? Oh.
Yes, for his action, he gave you a potion, giving you 4. So
dialogue, bro?
So Shock would see you're up, and he says, "Alright, good, I'm glad you're alright." And he's gonna dash over this way, ending his turn. Groll.
Yeah, come over here and help where we don't need it. No, we're gonna attack this guy right in front of me.
You negging Shock?
Leave him alone.
Oh, I'm glad you're here. Like, Jesus, man, alright. 16 is gonna strike as you connect with your Warhammer, doing 6 points of damage to the orc. Ugh. Kill the casters! Anything else, Groll?
Yeah, we're gonna cast. We're gonna use my ability again, so I can attack one more time.
Yeah. Get him, Groll.
Bang! 22
Alright, yeah, 22 is gonna connect.
for another 6.
That would put him to very wounded. Ugh. As you connect a second time with your hammer. Anything else?
Yes. No, if I move, Elite's gonna bitch. No, I'm done.
I will, bitch. I ran all the way over there to give you flag, and then you leave.
Alright, I'm out. You asshole. Alright, so that's it for you. You would hear noises coming from the south. Southeast of you. As a new enemy enters the battlefield.
No wonder their morale's so high. No!
The Hobgoblin Commander.
He appears to be much better armed than the orcs, also covered in insignias, which basically are that shield with waves crashing upon it. So he is entering combat this turn. Give him initiative.
Looking sword.
The orc says, "We need more reinforcements." As he is going to swing at the dodging guy. Bring the southern troops up, quickly! He completely misses. Your guard ally is gonna rush south. And then Shock will yell to him, "Continue south, set up a barrier, don't let them through." And he is going to stop here for now and dodge. He's a little nervous.
Quick question: which icon is concentration?
Concentration is on the fourth or fifth line. It's this one guy holding his head. So I added it for you. The orc here is going to attack with the flank, trying to bring down this dodging guy. 13 will miss though. This guard is also going to come south, moving to here, and then he's going to double move and yell, "Get behind me, little one!" The orc is going to run up to
2d4.
Oh right, roll your 2d4 damage because he started his turn with acid on him.
2d4 dice.
Ah, he is sizzling. He's gonna run north, provoking an oppie from this guard, who is going to stab at him. 14 would strike him, doing 6. Ow. Angered by that, he is going to turn around and swing at the guard.
You lucky.
So the guard used his reaction. Die! 20 becomes
He's
an 8.
dodging.
Yeah, so he would miss. Robin.
This guy's a monster.
I know, he started off scared, now he's still scared, but he's holding them back.
So I'm gonna
It's another Larry.
You're currently
move down
prone.
here so that
Yep.
I can have some cover. Oh, yeah,
So you get up
So-
and move 15 feet.
correct.
Okay. Yeah,
Behind.
if you look at the chat, you can garbage can the prone status. If you just click on that, it'll get rid of it, or you can manually take it off. But yeah.
Let me take care of that and that.
All right.
And I can't still see the hob. I'll take care of him later. I'm gonna look at this guy right here that just took damage from the. Oh, wait, did that guy? That guy?
Yeah, actually, this guy now is near death. Sorry, I forgot to mark him.
Got it. Yep. And I'm gonna viciously mock him, telling him something really rude about his mother.
3.
All right. Your mother. Ah! Blood squirts from his eyes as he falls over, dead. Bleh.
Awesome. And with my bonus action, I'm gonna cast Bardic Inspiration on Elite. Elite, you're awesome.
Alright, Elite, you are inspired by his words, gaining a bardic inspiration to be used at your leisure. And he can use that to attack rolls and saving throws, right?
Attack rolls, ability checks, and saving throws.
Okay, yeah. Alright, anything else, Robin?
Nope.
Alright, the orc here is going to take 2d4, please.
Burn.
He yells,
Gotta roll
"There's
your-
too many
gotta roll your vomit
casters."
dice.
Yeah, magic
Roll.
user.
Crap.
Gotta roll your vomit dice, Bala.
Scrap.
Oh. My audio's cutting out. Sorry.
Alright, he
Again,
takes
solid.
5. He as well is going to rush forward. 5, 10, 20, 30. He's going to attack the caster. This time the guard has no reaction to stop. 17.
Yeah, that hits me.
Alright. 10 slashing.
Holy shit.
And I need
Yeah.
a concentration save. Or a con save. To see if you can hold your spell. Alright, so you do hold your spell, but you are badly wounded. Which you might want to indicate. That's it for him. Elite.
Okay, Elite will see both the Hobo and Grab get smacked up. Alright, he's gonna try to finish off the guy in front of him. He has to. Or
Alright.
else his brother's gonna get mad at him. So he'll swing dominance.
You have flank. Yeah, 23 will strike. As he is distracted, you would run him through.
And then he'll look to his brother. I believe you have this, brother. And he will run over to here. Hey. And that's gonna be all he can do this turn.
Alright, the guard ally is no longer feared. He's getting some confidence now. But being that he's still surrounded, he is going to dodge again, hoping that some help can get here. That orc is dead. This guard is gonna run south. He says to Robin, "Are you okay? Do you need help?" Are you muted, Robin?
Yep.
Well, Brad.
No, I'm here.
So do you answer him, or are you gonna say anything back?
I didn't hear anything in the channel. What did you say?
Oh, so the guard ran up to you and he said, "Are you all right? Do you need help?"
He's like, I'll just say, no, I'm fine. He and he's just gonna point down south. It's like they do.
He nods and he will continue moving, and then dash 10, 15, 25 to get here. The hobgoblin goes. Let's see. He saw you take down his guy, so he's gonna aim. I say you, I mean Elite. He pulls his bow off of his back, taking aim at you.
He has a ranged weapon.
He
That's
does have a
probably a good
ranged
one.
weapon. He has a longbow.
Oh, frick, man.
Thunk. Oh, but he does not roll well, luckily, when the arrow just flies past you. He curses, ending his turn. Scrap.
Alright, well, I'm gonna Draconic Cry. I'm gonna link that.
Ow! Okay.
It's gonna sound much more like a fucked up little rat getting kicked in the nuts, and then he's gonna disengage and run over here. Or actually, no, I can't get there.
Alright, so it's within 10 feet. I think that's only one guy, right?
Yeah.
No, I was right here. I did it here when I did it.
You and your allies have advantage on attack rolls against any of those enemies who could hear you. Yeah. Alright, so this one guy is like, huh? As he's a little freaked out by your weird noise, and everyone, for some reason, has advantage on him. He's maybe distracted by it. Alright, and then you move. He will get an oppie if you do that.
I disengaged.
Oh, you disengaged. Okay, got it, because you bonus actioned. Alright, yeah, so you move back. So that's 15 feet of movement. Anything else? Or is that it for you, Scrap?
What was that?
I said, is there anything else, or is that it for you?
It-
Alright, Shock goes. He got a little wounded by that first guy, but he's still looking pretty healthy. What's he gonna do?
The commander. Down south.
Yeah, he's gonna move over this way and charge over to try to keep him from shooting. Groll.
Oh boy. 5, 10, and I get flank and advantage on this guy this round, huh?
Yes. So
54,
24 will strike.
For 10.
Ooh,
Alright,
nasty damage.
you bring him down. You
Alright, so that was
you no longer need to concentrate on your spell. Unless you really want to melt his body. His corpse.
who, me?
No, Scrap.
I was like, what? You got the wrong guy. So that was 15, 20, 25, 30, and I'm going to end my turn.
Alright, new round. The orc here is going to go for the guy again. Dodging will save him. This guy runs south. 20, 30. Then he will... You guys are cleaning up over here, so he's going to run towards the hobgoblin. D30. The orc here is tired of these goddamn casters. So, so many guys in the way, though. He's getting tired of attacking this dodging guy, so he's gonna go this way, but provoke an Oppie as he does, which will miss. So he's gonna keep moving 10, 20, 30 to engage you as you're coming down at him. So he swings at Elite. Clank. You block with your sword, ending his turn. This guy steps in, stabbing. He takes 3 points as he is clipped by the spear. That guy's dead. Robin.
Alright, I'm gonna move. Yeah, I'm gonna max move over there. There's one orc that's still up, or right here. Is that the only orc that's remaining? The normal
There's
orcs?
two. There's one in front of me, but
So these guys would be difficult terrain unless you're flying.
Yeah, I'm flying over them.
Oh, okay. So you went up. So you went up 10 feet.
No, I mean, I guess the question is I mean, I ignored difficult terrain whether I'm elevated or not, right? Because you know, I'm basically just I'm floating over them, right? So I'm not using any movement to elevate myself further.
Yeah, that's a good point. I'll say maybe it costs you 5 feet just to fly up a little bit. So you could probably, what do you have, 30 feet of movement?
Yep.
So you probably like get to over this guy. Just mark yourself as flying. So what are you doing?
Trying to get within range.
Is this guy dead in front of me, or is he's under the corpse? I can't remember.
I believe he's... Okay, yeah, so there is a guy under the corpse there.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm going to attempt to cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter on the Hobgoblin.
Okay. So he gets to make a save versus Wisdom.
13.
Oh, he would fail.
Huge.
As he is knocked to the ground, laughing.
And I will mark myself as concentrating.
Alright, 1 minute timer, yep. So that's it for you?
I'm going to cast Bardic Inspiration on Shock. So I'm going to say, Shock, you're the man. He gets a D6.
He gives you a thumbs up. If he attacks them, do they wake up?
They have advantage on the save, I think.
Okay.
I clicked the spell. It's target must succeed with a creature with can make another Wisdom saving throughout the end of each of its turns. The target has advantage. Yeah, if it's triggered by damage.
Okay. So that's it for you. This guy is dead. Elite. There is a guy to the south of you.
Right, but I'll take 1 5-foot step to the right
Yeah.
and swing at this man. Dominate.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, 18 will land, doing 6 points, which puts him into wounded state. Ugh.
I should have took Great Weapon Master. That's it.
Alright, your guard ally yells, we're winning, and he's gonna stab at the guy to the south of him. But the guy will just casually knock the spear aside, and he goes,
And now he
uh-oh.
dies. He broke his chain.
This guy is gonna stab at the wounded orc. Yep, the wounded orc is now very wounded.
Oh my goodness.
It's still up. Bring him down. The hobgoblin is on the ground laughing. He's incapacitated, so he can't take actions. Yeah, I guess that's it for... Can you move while you're incapacitated?
No,
I don't
he
think so.
falls
He
prone.
did get a save though at the end of his turn.
What does it say for that?
Wisdom save.
Because I know movement isn't technically an action, so he might be able to crawl while he's laughing. Unless did it say something? Here, let me double check what the spell said. If he can move.
Falls into the fit of laughter, the target, or fall prone, becoming incapacitated and unable to stand up for the duration.
Yeah, so I think he can crawl around. Not that crawling is going to do him much good. Yeah, he'll just stay here. There's no point in crawling anywhere. So he's laughing. Scrap.
He has to save.
Oh, right. Wisdom save. Nope, he's still laughing.
Alright, what can I do? What's the range on this, real quick?
Also, if he gets hit, he gets to save each time he's hit.
Yeah, he gets a save with advantage if he gets hit. 'Cause that's not funny.
It's a little
Alright.
fun.
Not for him.
Just because I don't want to watch this guard die, I'm rooting for him. I'm gonna yell, duck! And then shoot a firebolt.
Alright. You fire a firebolt at him. 17 would hit, even with the cover.
Been hitting hot today.
Not having any problem hitting him with the little tiny sparks.
He takes 2
Like harassing
points.
fire.
Alright.
And,
He's doing it on
just-
purpose. He's just burning his toes. Ow.
well, I don't want to use the last of my spell slots, so I'm just gonna end my turn there and yell, kill them all! And that's it.
Okay. Shock. Alright. Yeah, he'll just try to cut this guy down. Yeah, 24 is going to hit him. Oh! Alright, wait, is that dice right? Yeah, no, it's another 10. Oh! So the hobgoblin is near death. He gets a saving throw at advantage. Let's see how he does. Nope, he's still laughing.
Still
Ha
funny,
ha
dude.
ha. Growl.
Alright. Well, this looks like this is squared away. So we're gonna go to this guy. We get him.
Trying to save the guard, alright.
Yeah, well, he's been screaming about it for so long.
He's been putting in work though. Like I'll give it to
Yeah.
him.
They have at least one guard.
Yeah, I
At one point, he
unfortunately
did
don't
have 4 orcs hitting him.
Yeah, and he dodged all this.
He's been tanking it, yeah.
I unfortunately don't have enough feet to get a flank. So 13.
13 would just hit.
Oh, nice.
Another
5
5.
and because I took the attack action, I am going to use my last opportunity before I go back to bed to attack one more time.
Ah,
14 must hit.
that
'cause the 13
will,
did.
yes. Alright, he is badly wounded, but still up.
Justice of fear.
Alright, that's it for you.
Yeah, I'm done.
Alright, new round. This guy is gonna try to take out the guard. Because he is pissed at him. Luckily, he misses as the guard blocks with his shield and says, "Ha!" This guy here is gonna come over 20, 25, 30, and then he is going to dash to get to the flank. The orc up here is going to swing at you again, Elite.
Oh, right, he's still alive. I totally forgot. Okay,
But 13, I believe, will miss, luckily.
it will.
Alright, the guard says, "Leave him alone," as he stabs at the orc. Oh, yeah. He will take him down.
Good shot.
He nods at you. Robin.
So first, I'm going to. So Shock has inspiration. Elite has inspiration, and then I'm going to give inspiration to our war priest. It's like, you're the man.
Alright.
Thank you.
You're inspired.
And then I'm going to. This guy's near death. I can save him. I can save our war priest in action by taking him down if I can pull it off. So I'm going to make some comment about the volume and presence of his testicles, and he has to make a DC 13 Wisdom save.
Viciously mocking.
Yep.
Okay.
Testicles.
Oh, he has bad self-esteem, so he takes
Yeah.
2.
Takes 2 points.
It's not my fault.
It's not my fault.
It's genetic.
Alright, he's looking very wounded,
This way.
but he's still up.
And he has disadvantage.
As he is bleeding out his eyes and ears from all the damage. Alright, anything
Oh, and
else?
I'm gonna fly up in the air for my movement, so that'll put me at 30.
Alright, you fly up to 30 feet. Elite.
Alright. Elite will make his way down. This is 30. And from here, that's 20 feet, so I'm in range. He's gonna take out his good old hand axe. I'll use an inspiration on it. I want this guy to die.
Alright, the guy is prone, so you have disadvantage.
Oh, right. So that'll make it normal. So I'll just use inspiration to make it normal.
Alright.
And throw this bad. Nice.
Yeah, 21 will strike. As he gets a hand axe stuck in his skull.
He will get a Wisdom save to see if he
He's
can stop
dead.
laughing.
Oh, he made a save. He's not laughing anymore.
He's
Oh.
laughing in hell, dude.
Laughing in hell.
Pretty much. Alright, anything else, Elite? So your hand axe is over here now.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go pick that up, but that's it.
Alright, your guard ally says, now fall! But he will completely miss.
He's feeling himself right now.
This guy is going to go 10, 20, and he's going to stab at this guy too. 17 will connect as he is impaled. Is that everybody? I think so. So the battle ends. Shock is going to run south as he hears more fighting. He says, secure the area, I'll be back. And he's going to run south. But what do you all want to do?
I run, grab my hand axe, and I quickly take the bow and quiver off this guy.
I run south.
Bone quiver.
The long bow and quiver, so
Oh.
I could then move south. Yeah.
Yeah, he has looks like 17 arrows and a longbow.
I'm gonna
And
jump
after
on
that-
this.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna jump on this guy's back and go onward, horsey.
He give me a persuasion check at disadvantage.
Jesus.
Where did my character sheet go? Oh, there it is. I'm just stupid. Okay. I wish I could just scroll down. There we go. Oh, I'm actually not horrible at this.
Ooh.
He sighs, accepting his fate, and will move south with you on his back.
Who's a big boy and wants to go for a ride?
All right. So, who's running south with Shock? We're not in rounds, so we don't have to do this precisely. Groll is.
Yep.
Elite is.
I'll be flying. I'll be flying up high and scouting. I'll be over 30 feet high, so I'll be at 55 feet.
Okay.
Scrap's coming with his horse.
The guards are gonna kind of go to their friends and yell, "Does anyone know any medicine? Can we save these people?"
No.
There are no the only medicine person I know is Groll, but that's a lot of spit and hope, so.
Alright, and what about Elite? What are you doing? Are you going south as well?
I'm going with them.
Okay, so you're heading south. Alright, so no one's really staying up here. I'll say some of the guards stay up here to try to make sure the wagons are secure. So you are following Shock south. It looks like most of the guards down here were killed, but also you don't see any more of the attackers, so it looks secure in the southern part of the caravan. And Shock
Are the
says,
attackers' bodies on the ground?
some of them, yeah. It looks like it's more orcs, and yeah, that's pretty much it. No other hobgoblins. Shock is going to move back north. He says, it looks like we've driven them off for now. I'm a little worried, though, if they have reinforcements nearby. Do any of you know how to track? Maybe figure out where they came from?
Would that be survival?
Yeah, survival.
I have a -1 in that, so no.
Nope.
I understand how it works.
Everything here is so dark and plain. It's not like the Feywild.
He would look to you, Groll, and he says, "Do you think you can find some tracks and see if they're around here? Maybe see if there's any other groups in the area?"
I can try.
He nods and says, "It might be good. We're gonna get things in order here. I don't know if you want to bring your whole group with you, or if you want to try to look around with stealth. But however you all want to do it, it's up to you. I'm going to, as I said, get these bodies in order."
I go down to where the hobgoblin was, I guess, look at the ground and see if I can figure out where he came from.
Give me a perception check.
Perception?
Perception. Yeah, anyone who wants can look around for these tracks.
Yeah, let's do this.
Wow, I'm not skilled in perception.
I'm
Well,
kind
good
of
thing I have a decent one.
I am also not skilled in perception.
Well, apparently you do a pretty good job. You do see some tracks heading off into the eastern forest area. Give me a survival check if you're trying to track them. Up to 2 of you can work on this. Oh, Groll's doing pretty well.
I'll help Groll.
So you don't really know what you're doing. Yeah, luckily these tracks are fairly obvious, as there was a huge group of them moving through this area. Who is going with you?
Elite definitely is.
I'll do.
Alright, so unfortunately no one could help the fallen soldiers, so the 3 of them die.
I mean, I can try, but it'll be untrained. So, I mean, I'll give it a shot.
Oh, for medicine, you'd probably need training to do anything, because it's much more
Only
complicated.
at Level 1 bard.
It's
Level
beyond.
2, I'd be able to do it.
Yeah, it's a little beyond just bandaging them. You've read some stuff about medicine, but probably, at least at this point in your career, don't know enough.
Right, which means I'm making it worse, but I
Yeah.
would still attempt.
Alright, so you want to stay here and work on that instead of going with the rest of them? You do have one level of exhaustion from going down as well.
Oh, how do I track that?
It should be a spot on your sheet as well. Let me
What
see.
is that?
Yeah, so if you look in the middle of your sheet, it says exhaustion
Oh, I
level.
see.
You can just put a 1. Yeah. Your ears are kind of ringing, or maybe you just feel woozy from blood loss from getting stabbed. Alright, so you're staying here to try to help these dying guys.
They were asking.
Yeah. And the 3 of you are tracking. So you're following this trail through the woods when passive perception of what, 13?
That sounds very accurate.
You would hear noises up ahead, as if someone is moving around in the maybe in the clearing up a little ways from here. You don't see anything yet, though, and you are the 3 of you are not very quiet right now, but you don't know if they've heard you yet, whoever it is. What do you want to do?
Who's the sneakiest? Who's the sneakiest? And I'm just staring at Scrap.
Scrap's gonna say, I'm covered in metal and bolts. I jingle.
Look, I'll do it. All right. And
We're both wearing full armor, but okay.
Elite will go to stealth.
Alright, just elite?
I mean, I'll try.
Or
I have
all-
No modifier.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
I'm
yeah.
gonna use my bardic
Yeah.
on this anyway before it goes away.
oh, that's true, you do have Bardic Inspiration. I think all 3 of you do.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Can I give all
Well,
of us
2 of you do.
guidance?
You can give one of you guidance on this roll.
Okay. And it's
I'm
a
gonna
D6
give it-
right now?
Yeah. D6. Oh, never mind. It doesn't matter. Alright, so as you're moving through the forest, you come through some trees to a small area. It's kind of dark out, but there are some torches lit in the area with a hobgoblin. He heard you coming, so he is holding a hostage. It looks like a human woman, and he has a dagger to her throat. He would say, get out of here. Go away. And yeah, you see it looks like he's surrounded by supplies, a small like cart and a donkey attached to it. This might be supplies from a previous raid or something. But yeah, he's holding a woman in his in front of him with a knife to her throat.
Are you gonna eat that?
He says, get out of here again, ignoring your comment.
We're hungry.
He's like, look, you either come with us peacefully or you go in a body bag. All right.
The woman will say, just kill the bastard. Don't worry about me. And he says, quiet. And you see some blood drip from her neck.
Elite will
That's
smile.
Scrap's gonna go, before y'all go murder, how about we trade hostages? You get Grull, we get the woman.
He looks at you oddly. Give me a deception check.
Deception? Well, Grull, you can just... Wait, no. Elite, you can just kill him, so...
I was gonna go swing and then you
He looks at you strangely. He says, Groll, who's Groll?
I forgot, they all look the same. I meant that one. I'll point to the emo boy.
Yeah, who was
I
the
will-
racist again?
Yeah.
Brothers.
I'm not hearing him at the moment because I'm focused on the guy, and I will swing at it. I'm going to be aggressive, so
You're gonna rush?
yeah. Since she
Well,
gave
how
me the
far is it?
okay.
Yeah.
He's probably about 30 feet from you.
Yeah, then
Oh yeah, I'm going in.
I'm making that dash.
As soon as Elite leans, I go with him.
Alright, so...
Get used to it, boys.
Give me,
The lady gave me the go. I was like,
give me
oh,
initiative rolls.
Alright.
Like I like being a woman that understands. Let's fucking.
Yes, I've gotten better.
Oh
Not as
god, I
good
thought
as
that was
me.
the enemy, dude. I got scared. I was like, really, dude? A 20?
All right. I do have a plan
Oh
to save the woman.
shoot. No, dude.
Alright, initiatives. Let's see, who goes first?
You rolled a couple of times, Scrap.
I did not mean to.
What was your first roll?
Let me look.
2.
Oh yeah, I see 2.
Where are they? Yep, they're there.
Alright, so the 2 was the first one.
Yeah, I'll take that. That's fine.
The juxtaposition of man.
So the first act, as you try to rush him, will be elite. So you run up, he has the lady in front of him. It looks like he is going to try to slash her throat, but you get an attack first.
Okay, first question, because I don't know how it works in like mechanics wise. If I were to attempt a shove on him, would that break his grapple with her?
Yeah, if you succeed, he would get knocked away from her.
Okay.
If you want to try to do that instead of attacking.
Yes, Elite would move forward and he would attempt the shove to get him off of her.
Alright, so as he is about to cut her throat, you just try to slam into him, knocking him back. So that would be a contested
Athletics.
athletics.
He does. I should have asked before, but he doesn't look injured at all, does he? He looks fresh.
The hobgoblin, no, he looks kind of like a fatter hobgoblin. He's still armored, but he doesn't have a shield. He's holding her, and he has a dagger instead of a usual shield and sword. But you said
But I already
athletics.
committed to yeah, let's do this.
Oh, good roll. Oh,
Come on!
he kicks you back. He says no. All right. Anything else?
I don't think there's anything else I can do.
All right. Melody is looking pretty wounded. She is grabbed, but she's gonna try to fight to get free. She's at disadvantage because of exhaustion. Let's see. So she does. Okay. And even with exhaustion, that's not a bad roll. So trying to break the grapple, he's going to use strength, which would be athletics. Oh, but no, this guy is apparently in hero mode, so no, he holds on. And for his turn, he is going to stab her at advantage, an auto crit.
That's so BS, man. Rolls a 19 on the die.
Yeah, he would hit. Alright. She goes down. That is it for him. Gruul.
Is she at his feet now?
Yeah, she's dead.
Was she dead, or can she be saved by cure wounds?
She looks dead. Medicine might be able to do something for her if you act quickly. But
okay, because I have cure wounds as well. I have a spell I can cast right now.
You don't think cure wounds would save her at this point?
Okay, so you think I'd have to do a medicine check, huh?
Possibly, but it's going to be hard to. You probably couldn't do it now. You'd have to defeat this guy first.
So next turn, I get to push him back. All right, well, I'll attack him then.
Alright, you rush up as well. As he cuts her throat, you swing your hammer. 19, yeah, that will connect, even with all his armor.
For 10.
Is that like the third 10 in a row you've gotten?
Yeah.
It's your
Making up
dice.
for all the threes.
You cheating.
All the threes.
Alright, he is badly
You rolled a
wounded.
19, man.
Look,
Get
I
out of here.
rolled 8 ones in our last match.
Fair
right?
enough,
So
fair
if that's
enough.
not cheating, I don't see how this is cheating.
Man,
Fair
that
enough.
plus one half dice and rolls a 19.
Ah! He says,
Maybe
wait!
that magical plus 10 you had is now
I
mine.
surrender, he says. That's it for him. Scrap. Bottom of the round.
Alright, well, since he's surrendered, I'm gonna go up here.
For a little context, Scrap, the last time someone surrendered to us, and they were still armed, we beat the shit out of them. So, just so you know, that's what we've done in the past. You missed last week. So we
I don't
had
care
some
if
guys
you-
surrender to us. Yeah. And
Well, I'm voting we
kept
torture the
fighting.
shit out of it. I vote we torture the shit out of this hobgoblin for all the deaths his people have caused. I will be racist to hobgoblins. How about that?
I don't know. man.
Everyone's
That's
just
a thin
racist
line.
now.
That's a thin line, and Elite's not about this racism.
Alright, so
Green is
But
good,
can
red
I
is bad.
attempt a medicine check and actually no guidance is an action on myself. So
yeah, it doesn't look good though. The DC to save her is 20. And you would have to be trained to even attempt it.
I'm just gonna cast Firebolt and say "fuck you," and that's it.
You
Not
firebolt him?
Firebolt, not Fireball.
Alright, yeah, you would hit him. He is immolated as he goes down. Alright, so at this point, yeah, you have one chance to try to save her with a DC 20 medicine check.
Oh, here goes nothing. So if I cast guidance on myself, that's an action, and then 6 seconds later, I can use medicine
I
try
can
to help
cast
her,
guidance
correct?
on you.
Okay, go for it.
So yeah, you can use guidance for this.
Okay. So yeah, Scrap, go ahead and hit me with your guidance. Perfect, and then I will do my medicine check here.
Do you still have your inspiration?
I haven't earned any inspiration.
No, I mean
Sounds
from your
boring.
your bardic inspiration, or did you use that already?
No, I used that with my to try to be stealthy, although it didn't matter.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
good. D20 plus 4. Medicine check plus 4. Oh, all right. So as he's bleeding out, you're like, "Don't you die on me, random woman!" As you're tying her neck up, trying to stench her blood loss, and you think you stabilized her, but she is in really bad condition. You don't even know if she'll survive being carried back to the camp.
I just
Maybe the
boom,
carriage.
cleric cure wound. 7 points.
All right. You don't think
7 points,
healing her is going to help right now. She just needs time to recover.
Oh, so not even
She's
easy.
kind of like basically very heavily exhausted from the
Double exhausted.
well, more like 5 levels of exhaustion, like critically injured. So you
Brother,
think she?
bring me a cart and we can save this servant of Tyr.
So you would notice that this woman has, she has normal clothing on. She has one symbol of Palor around her neck. Other than that, there's not much going on with her. She's unconscious at the moment. Still extremely wounded. But you think she, as long as you're careful, she might make it.
Can I try something that probably won't do anything?
What?
Grab her symbol and say, "Whatever god you are, please save your servant."
Okay.
I think he already did that, son.
Baylor, he's not Tyr, but he's a good god, so.
So also in this area there are a bunch of supplies. As I said, it looks like this may have been one of the hauls from one of the caravans. There are several things already loaded onto the carriage. Maybe this guy was doing that before you came. But there's also a large pile of supplies off to the side. Looks like, food, ropes, grappling hooks, just all sorts of things.
What kind of armor was he wearing?
Chainmail. Chainmail
Scrap,
armor.
can you go back and get some help?
Yeah,
Let
go get
Shock know that
Shock.
we found supplies.
He's just gonna shoot firebolt in the air. And yell,
Pew,
we
pew,
got
pew,
shit!
pew. You're a little bit of a ways away from where the caravan is. It's about a 20-minute walk to get back there.
Can you
That's the point
go
of the
get
firebolts, like a
Shunk?
flare.
Alright, so you're just firing firebolts up in the air and hoping he figures it out.
Well, I'll run over there too. I'm doing it
Like
as
a
I run.
flare.
Elite
Yeah.
will grab a grappling hook.
Alright.
Do I notice those flares?
Yeah, you're, unfortunately not having much luck with these soldiers, and you might see a couple of firebolts go flying up. Shock would yell, they might be in trouble. Can you go,
Proceed to fly in that direction.
Okay. So we'll say, you kind of bump into Scrap in the woods as you're flying that way. Shock would tell you before you leave, don't fire anything else up in the air. If there are more enemies, they'll know our position.
I'll let them know.
He nods. Alright, so yeah, you two bump into each other.
He's like, we got shit, and we need to. We kind of saved the lady. We don't know if she'll make it.
Oh,
You don't know
let's
anything.
go see her then. You know, we do have a healing potion in the group pot
If
too.
cure wounds wouldn't help her, then I don't think a potion
Yeah,
would.
I mean these. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, it's more like almost like grievous wound she has. You need greater resto at this point to do anything about it. Like generally, you don't get stabbed in the neck.
what? Yeah. So what you would know probably, Scrap, is that she's been stabilized, and I am concerned. And I asked, and I said we need help to move her.
We need help to move her.
So yeah, I'll contribute my little fairy arms to the cause.
Well, there is a there's a cart there, with, like I said, a mule attached to it.
Oh, well, yeah.
How long do you want to spend exploring, or I should say, searching through these items, or do you want to just kind of take what's on there and go?
Now that
Well-
you made the offer, now I'm tempted.
Scrap will look for any useless and/or anything he might find useful for making tinkering objects.
After we move the lady, I'm down to go through the stuff, but my first priority would be to move the lady.
Yeah, I mean, we could say she's up on the carriage or the cart.
Yeah. I'm just. All right. As long as myself and Elite can safely move her, I think that's what we do. I thought we needed help moving her.
No, you're just a little bit worried that moving her might cause her to, die. But the carriage, even with the carriage, she might survive. But yeah, it's yeah.
After we move her, I would spend about 30 minutes going through the stuff and everything, probably.
Yeah, I'm not going to go through the stuff. I'll just like mother hen over her. Clean her
She
wound, keep an eye on her.
she is very wounded, but she manages to say, "Or in the area, we shouldn't stay."
Yeah, copy that. Mush, donkey.
Alright, so are you still searching for 30 minutes, or are you gonna just go?
No, if she said there's more in the area, then I think
Mush
that's the
donkey.
information we got to get back to Shock. So
Alright, so you're taking the carriage along with some of the... I'll say on the cart, there's a couple of sacks, one of which has a bunch of rations, 21 days worth to be precise. There is a rope on the carriage, and there is a small pouch with 40 gold pieces.
Yeah, then any blankets, anything that would cushion her or make her move around less while in the back of the cart. That's all I'd be looking for.
Alright, I'm gonna give her a con save. Oh, yep, she's doing pretty good. So you get back to...
Elite would take the gold pouch before we arrive back.
Okay. Just for yourself?
I mean, it's gonna be in the party gold, but he's taking it for the party.
Alright, sure, so go ahead and add that to the party treasury. So you get back, Shock is pretty much searched through the enemies. He's loaded up the dead onto the carts. And he sees you coming in the distance and says, "What did you find?"
A woman.
A disciple of Palor.
He kind
In
of
a
walks
hog
over.
belly.
He says, "This must be the remnants from the..." And he stops. He says, "Melody, no!" And he runs over. He says, she's alive."
I'll put a hand on his shoulder. We're gonna have to move the caravan quickly. She says there's more in the area.
What time of day or what time of night is it right now? Is it still like in the middle of the night?
Yeah, it's probably like... Well, at this point, it's probably getting close to 1 a.m. He says, "I thought she died." Oh. Yes, I think, I don't know, I don't think we should stay here and risk it. We might want to just push on through the night if there are more in the area. He says, "We took
Since
some..."
we're only 2 hours from the gate, so
He nods. He says, "I didn't think they'd have this many troops. So yes, let's push on through the evening unless any of you think this is a bad idea."
Who's they?
This is the ones who attacked us, the orcs. He says, "I thought there was just a small unit of bandits attacking. I didn't think there'd be this many." Says
Do you
everyone.
know what the emblem means?
He shakes his head. "Now, do any of you have history by chance?
I think I might.
I don't.
If you have history trained, you might know something about the emblem.
not until next level.
I mean,
You just read all the books next level.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm trained.
If you're
but
not
I
trained,
only have
you...
a +3.
Well,
You want me to roll for it?
I mean, it's local knowledge, so it's not that obscure. Sure, I'll let you roll, even untrained. Oh, so you recognize the emblem as being that of a group called the Iron Tide. But you don't know much about this group, other than you remember hearing about their emblem, just that they're a mercenary group that is operates somewhere outside the empire you're currently in.
Oh no, we've repeated the Steel Shadow all over again. Anyway, you say it's the Steel Five. I mean, the Steel Tide. That's all I know.
Did you... So you said Steel Tide?
Yeah, Tide.
Shock says, I'm not familiar with any group called the Steel Tide.
Mercenaries.
So, did you deliberately say Steel Tide, like to confuse, or
I thought that was what I was actually supposed to say. What was the real thing then?
the Iron Tide?
Iron Tide. Fuck.
Yeah, you said Steel Shadow, and I think you confused yourself. So if you say Iron Tide, he says, "Why do I know that name from somewhere?" Well, in any case, whoever they are, yeah. Unless any of you want to stay, I think we should move the caravan and just try to make it to Char.
If we rest, she dies. If we move, we risk.
He says, "Damn it, Mel." He says, "All right, load her onto one of the carriages." I assume, well, is the group taking the cart and the donkey? Because you kind of own it now. All right.
Nice.
So he is
Okay.
gonna, yeah, he's gonna get the caravan moving, and you will all move quickly into the night as it gets later and later.
Will we be able to take a short rest on the caravan?
Probably not while you're moving.
Okay.
Not when we're underhanded, understaffed now too, because we lost guards.
Yeah. So, okay, even with the dangers, the group does manage to make it to Char. So you avoid the enemies who are in the forest. It's about 3 a.m. when you roll up on the southern gate of Char. There are some yells as the guards ready crossbows, but when they see that it's a caravan, one of them yells, "Open the gates! Let them in, quick!" And you are all allowed to enter the town of Char.
Are we approaching from the south?
Yeah. So, as you come in, the guards greet you. They say, "Oh, thank goodness you've arrived with supplies. I assume you're from the caravan company?" And Shock nods. He says, "Thank these mercenaries. If it wasn't for them, we would have surely fallen on the road." And the guard looks to you and he says, "Thank you, friends. Does your group have a name?"
A name.
Shock says, "I don't.
In the ri-
I don't think they're part
in
of
the ring
a."
we were known.
Or go ahead. Sorry.
In the ring and in the caravan and in the carnivals, we were known as the Brothers Guar.
Yes, but those the three of us.
Shock nods. He says, I don't think they're part of a mercenary company." Guard says, "Well, the heroes of Char, then. Thank you for your help. We should get these supplies to the town hall and get them distributed as soon as possible. There are people who could use this." What of the woman? Shock says, do we have, do you have a town healer somewhere?" He kind of shakes his head. He says, "No, unfortunately we don't." He says, or what do you say?
I can help.
Shock looks to you. He says, "What do you need to get her someplace? Or what do you need to stabilize her to keep her safe? Just tell me." He kind of picks her up now.
Well, pretty much. I say, well, she needs rest, and then probably in a day or so, we can go through the rituals of purification and healing for Tyr, which should help return her strength.
He nods and he says, "Where is there a good inn that we can lay her down?" And the guard thinks. He says, "Well, there's the Maplewood, which is kind of northeast of here. You just go down the road and turn east once you get to that road over there. The other one is the Darkwood Inn, or sorry, Darkwater Inn, which is a little bit further, but is a little bit nicer accommodations." He nods and says, "All right. Well, He looks to one of his troops. He says, "Can you bring the caravan supplies to the marketplace and start distributing them? I know it's late, but I'm sure the people will want to get their food and supplies." And the guard nods. He looks to the group and says, "Which inn should we head to?"
Closest one.
He says, "I would agree." So you all make your way over to the Maplewood. It's pretty late, so you probably startle some of them as you come charging through the door, trying to get her to someplace safe. There is a halfling in here who looks up from a book. He says, "Oh, I don't recognize you all." And Shock says, "We need some rooms." And let me get you a picture here. The halfling says, "Of course, that's what we do here. Name's Vernie. And who are you all?" "Oh, she doesn't look so good." He said, "I'm Scrap."
I say I'm Scrap.
Robin Starsong at your service.
He says, "Just let me get her up to a room." And Vernie says, yeah, I'll." And he kind of grabs a key from him and goes up the stairs. Vernie looks as he leaves and says, "Oh, he was in a hurry. Where did you all come from? I don't recognize you."
What was the name of that?
The circus.
No, it was High. What was the town? It's High.
Highguard?
I don't know.
Highguard.
Yeah,
Because we were in the caravan from Highguard. We were attacked this evening.
"Oh, a caravan's in town." He yells to the back. He says, Jim, I think a caravan's here." And a guy comes running out. He's like, he's like, "Yeah, quick, go get us some supplies." And he nods. He says, all right. He runs out the front door. "So you all helped get the caravan here. You're heroes."
We are the Brothers Guar.
Of course we are. What's going on in Shar? Why were the orcs so close to the gates?
Well, we've been under some kind of siege for the last month or so. We've been trying to get some help from the Empire, but so far we haven't gotten much. You all are the first group of travelers to come in here. He says, I've heard other caravans have been trying to get here, but none have succeeded. He says, as for why, I don't know.
None of them had us.
Yeah, that's probably why you guys sound like you're kind of badasses. So you're the brothers Guar? Is that what you called yourselves?
Like this guy.
How about
Yeah.
the warriors, since we're not all actually related?
He glances at the freaking chuckling half-orcs, and he's like, right now I think they're calling us the Heroes of Char.
Says, well, that's an apt
The
title.
Guar Heroes of Char. Guar Char.
Guar. It sounds complicated. I'll go with Heroes of Char for now. But
I think that's for the best.
he throws you all some keys. He says, rooms on the house for the evening. He says, I owe you for getting those supplies into town. Feel free to go and rest. You all look like you've been through hell.
Perhaps you've heard of our performances with the circus, the Brothers Guar.
Gosh.
He thinks. He
The,
says,
Dramatic combat and musical performances.
Please don't remind me of the musical performances.
he says, I don't think I've heard of you, but I've certainly heard of you now. And he smiles.
We'll be back by popular demand.
I think it would be good for us to rest, gentlemen.
Yeah, well, my barkeep just ran out to get supplies with some of my with some of the employees, but we should have some stuff ready for tomorrow once you wake up. For now, enjoy your rest.
Do you have beer?
No, we were all out, hoping the caravan
Wine.
can fix that though.
Oh, no. Calm down.
He says I'd have to look in the back. Do you want me to go take a look?
I can look.
No, you don't need any more alcohol.
We should
after
all
last night.
go and rest, gentlemen.
A drink a day keeps the bad demons away.
As I understand it, you've already had several drinks today. So
I have
you
had
can
none
save that
since we
wine for
left
tomorrow.
Hightower. I've had nothing since Hightower, Highgarden.
And we've had no incidents since then. What's the correlation? Let's go to bed.
If you drink, bad things don't happen.
I'm going to bed.
So
I'll take it.
you do know you probably have to do another check on Melody to try to make sure she's okay. Might not be a good idea to be drunk when you do that.
Oh, I'm gonna have a glass. I'm gonna have a glass or a mug, or a snifter, whatever they have, because you have one a day to keep the bad demons away.
Let me go see what we have. He says as he says, just watch the front while I'm gone. I'll be right back.
I'll go to bed soon.
So he comes back with a bottle of wine, and he says, "This is all I found that we have left. It's not the best, but it's got alcohol in it."
I'll have a glass.
He
Thank
says,
you.
"I think one of the farmers gave it to me as a gift, but we didn't really like it, so it's just been sitting in the back."
As long as it's not blueberry.
It's blueberry," he says.
Oh my god.
But
Okay, I
here,
guess I'll need 2 glasses.
call it a gift, he says, handing it to you. As I said, it does have alcohol in it.
Yeah, I just have 2 big pulls. Put it down.
All right.
We'll
So
pass it around.
I assume you're all going to bed, right?
Yeah.
So it's about 3 a.m. It's pretty late. I need another medicine check on Melody. DC's 15 this time, but she's still in danger of dying.
I'm getting
Okay, so
guidance.
yeah, there you go. Perfecto. Oh, here we go. 15. She's conscious and nothing's gonna help her, huh?
You think at this point, 1 or 2 more checks and she should be stable, but she's still kind of fighting for her life because of the throat wound.
So curing wounds right now doesn't help her at all.
No, you don't think so.
Still. Okay. Here goes. Oh.
All right, so
Woo! 17. Yeah.
yeah, she's looking better as the as you kind of settle her in for the night, Shock would thank you. He says, I don't think I'll ever be able to repay you, Groll. I thought I lost her, and I'm so glad you all were able to find her and save her.
Grab's
Fear
like,
watches over the strong.
I helped a little.
Yes, all of you helped find her, and you have my eternal appreciation for that. So you would all go to bed that evening, and you would actually level up.
Let's go.
Hey.
With our characters now.
Level 2.
Now we're less squishy.
A little less squishy. But why
Long
don't we,
rest and level up.
yeah, long rest, level up, and why don't we do a break?
Alright, that's perfect.
Let's
That
break
means
for a
Robin
bit.
can do everything.
Robin
Now
reads a
we're
bunch of books
talented.
during the evening, and
I'm a level 2 bard.
And
suddenly
now Groll has guided strike.
suddenly
I
is
think I'd like to believe that the knowledge was there, but the flesh was unskilled, and now the flesh is more skilled than it otherwise was.
all that fighting last night. It made you realize a few things.
All of you.
That I can attack twice.
Some
instead of-
life lessons. Yeah. All right, I'll be back.
Yeah. I should've taken a
Okay,
great weapon
now
fighting.
infuse item time. I'm gonna go with. Where's Bag of Holding?
Yeah, bag of holding's always a good A. Always.
All right. So do I take my level of fighter now, or do I wait?
You'd be stalling level 2.
I know.
Wait,
I
is
think
Wand
I'll
of
take-
Secrets good?
Not as good as a bag of holding at this level.
Not as good as a +1 great. So no, I'm kidding. But
Yeah.
if it helps your spellcasting, then it's never bad. Plus anything is
exactly.
pretty
Does anybody want a returning weapon?
good. I wish I could throw my great sword.
You've probably got the better decks of all of us. Maybe Robin does.
I have
Oh yeah.
no decks, personally.
I think Robin probably would have the best decks of all of us.
Homunculus Servant.
Let me go.
So
ahead
you
and
get-
level up.
You get to pick 4 infusions, right? But
Yep.
you can only use 2 at a time. So
That's fine.
you should
Ah, it's such a
definitely
big
take the bag of
chunk
holding
of health.
infusion. And the homunculus is super useful, right?
Yeah,
One,
I want
because
them.
you can turn it into a second turret, right? Because you can cast a force spell, 1d4 damage, right? So you can just have them to sit there and poke people.
Is
You can
Wand of
also
Mag-
aid. You can also aid in your crafting, right?
Ooh.
Because the ability to be able to craft items faster and is a big deal. Everything is a lot of what you do with the artificer is downtime activities, right? Where it takes you a week to craft a potion of superior healing kind of thing, right? But you can do it in 3 days if the homunculus is doing it, or you can have the homunculus work on something instead of you working on it. You could work on something else. Making
does
stuff is kind of your thing, right?
Does anybody want Goggles of Night eventually?
I think the fairy's the only one I can't see.
Did you make an
So
artillerist, or did you make a battlesmith?
I don't think he chooses yet, but
Oh, you haven't
I'm
chosen
level
yet.
2.
Okay.
But I want to. I mean, I don't know. So what are the differences?
So an artillery, so there's 3 different types of artificers, right? The first is armorer, right? Where you basically turn into a magical Iron Man.
Okay.
The second is artillerist, right? Where you do big booms at range, right? And
Oh, I like that one.
your pet, you get a pet, but the pet is it's like a little walking turret, right? A little like a walking gun, right? And it does 2 things. It can, it blasts people with, pretty significant blasts, like an eldritch blast, right? And it continues to scale as you level. But it also has the ability to generate a shield, right? Which is really powerful, right? The ability to be able to create what effectively is a dome of force and cover for you or for your party, on demand.
And it's like every turn. It's pretty strong.
And then the third is the battlesmith. The battlesmith creates a little. You basically create a golem, right? That fights for you. So it's
I'm going battlesmith then.
and so the golem, that you create, you continue to invest in it and build it, and you build it out, and it basically is a little tank under your control, separate from you. So you basically have two characters.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to make that look like a dragon. My whole character's thing is he wants to rebuild his dead master a body.
Well, in all three cases, right, both the homunculus and the that you can get in all three cases is an infusion you should take, and both the artillerist and the battlesmith both get pets, right? It just depends on, it's like if you were building an artillerist and you wanted to recreate your dragon, instead of going up there and bashing him with its metal paws, claws, or clubs, or whatever, because it's not going to start, very powerful. The artillerist, instead, you'd have him climbing over the surface, over like roofs and walls and surfaces, and it would be like casting fire breath, right? So you get a pet in either case. It's just a question of, do you want a melee pet or a ranged pet?
I want a ranged pet then.
Then that's
And
the
dragons,
artillerist.
yeah, dragons are more fireball, and if you get close, then scratch you.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. And that doesn't preclude you from being able to build a golem eventually as an artificer anyway. Any artificer, given the skills and the crafting, would be able to construct such a thing, right? So it's just going to take a lot of time and a lot of money, a lot of gold, and you're going to have be high enough level.
Okay. So for my first infusion, I chose Bag of Holding, obviously. Then I went Homunculus Servant. My second one, I think I'm going to go Enhanced Arcane Focus. And
If you're going to be casting at range, the Enhanced Arcane Focus is nice because it gives you +1.
what is Mind Shard? Ooh.
There's also an infusion that allows you to recall a spell slot that you've used, which is
Ooh.
nice, right? You basically get an extra spell.
Repeating shot?
No, that's if you wanted to be, if you're artificer, if you're like the thing you're trying to do, or one of the things you're trying to do as an artificer is you're trying to develop your own unique ranged weapon, right? Which is kind of a thing that a lot of artificers do, like they either like quasi firearms, right? Or like if you've ever played Dragon Age, right? It's like the crossbow, the repeating crossbow, that the dwarf character makes, that kind of thing, right? You have something that's like weird and like clockworky, kind of
Is there a point to
steampunk,
prosthetic limbs?
steampunky, right? So
Yeah,
was
if
that?
you're missing a limb, there's a point to it.
Oh yeah, the armorer is an interesting one, right? Because you could basically you encase your whole body in a sealed set of magical armor that's empowered by you, and then you basically you become a melee. Well, there's two types of armor. You can do melee or you can do infiltrator, right? And so if you're doing melee, you're basically turning into Iron Man. You go up and you punch him with your lightning gloves, right? And you have a bunch of infusions that end up making you a lot tougher, right? So it turns an int-based caster into an effective melee character, so it's pretty cool.
So should I take Armor of Magical Strength then?
Only if I would only suggest you do that if you're planning on being an armorer, right? Because the Armor of Magical Strength effective makes you able to use an int check for strength ability checks, right? So like if you're encased in your armor and somebody tries to bull rush you, it's an opposed strength check. You can use a charge on that, and you roll your int instead of your strength, which is a big deal, right? That's how you that's basically, it's like you're smart enough to make powerful armor, and your magical power is what makes you strong, not your muscles, right? But you'd only want to do that if you're armor, because if you're an artillerist or you're ranged, you shouldn't be in melee.
Good point.
That would you wouldn't want that. You wouldn't want to be in that scenario, right? So it's like if you're building an armorer, then you're using infusions like Armor of Magical Strength, or you're using the Enhanced Defense, right, where you empower a shield or your armor with additional AC, or If you're doing Infiltrator, right, which is a totally different armor, which basically, is entirely self-contained, but rather than, upping your AC, which it does, but that's not the focus, is it makes you stealthy, and it gives you ranged attacks, ranged lightning attacks, that you basically sneak around you become a roguish artificer, right? And so you're hard to see. You become very mobile, and you can attack at range with lightning, and it's also pretty cool. It just depends on what you want to play. So it's kind of like you can be a
So I'm a
ranged.
comic accurate Iron Man instead of a MCU accurate Iron Man.
Correct.
But I think I'm gonna choose enhanced defense so I can enhance all of your guys' armor eventually.
So,
I-
but that's important to note. You cannot. The infusions are effectively like concentration spells. So
Okay.
you can enhance one piece of armor, but if you try to enhance another piece of armor,
It'll
then the
get rid of the
previous
previous
infusion
one.
is gone.
That balances that out a little bit.
Yes. Otherwise, it would be ridiculous, right? It's already
Well-
ridiculous enough, right? But the infusions basically is like you every item you turn into a magic item is locked into that infusion slot, until you decide to do a different one. So the reason it's good to take Bag of Holding is that you shouldn't create a Bag of Holding and use it one of your infusion slots all the time, right? Until like much later when you have a bunch of infusion slots, right? It's like, for now, you should have it though in your list, so that if we end up going somewhere, we end up having an adventure, and then we're out of combat and we can't carry everything that we need to take back, you can just instantaneously create a Bag of Holding, stuff everything in it, and then we can come back to town, as an example.
Okay. So for now, mostly because I'm hitting everybody anyway, I think I'm gonna have a enhanced defense for whoever wants it, and then my homunculus servant.
Yeah, if we just throwing out defense, I would love to have enhanced defense, but you take whatever. you
Yeah,
want.
for my recommendation
Yeah.
that I'd make to you would be for Scrap to take Enhanced Arcane Focus.
I mean,
Because
he
you've been
has
cast-
that.
You've been casting a lot.
Yeah.
So, there's another one. Hold on.
Weren't we supposed to get a new guy this week? Or is that just me?
Yeah,
We were.
yeah, we're in the.
He didn't make a character yet, so I think he's coming in either next week or, I don't know, maybe the week after. I'll see. But he showed up, he just didn't play.
Gotcha.
He might be watching.
So
Are you watching us?
Are you watching? Freak.
It's possible.
So the thing that's nice about the Enhanced Arcane Focus, right, is that you get a +1 to all of your spell attacks, right? Which are a thing that you're going to be doing, especially if you become an artillerist, right? The other thing that's nice, to have from an infusion perspective is the Mind Sharpener. You have a lot of concentration spells as an artificer, and so that'll give you charges that allow you to turn a failed concentration check automatically into a success, and you can do that 4 times every day.
Nice.
Which can be a big deal if it's like if you have a really important spell that you've sunk into it and you're about to lose it, right? And then the goggles of night, right, are nice, but I don't think you need to worry about that because you already have dark vision, right? The Bag of Holding is a great utility item, right, to keep. The rest of the magic items aren't as impressive until you get to 10th level.
Raven, do you think I could replace detect magic with a different spell, or not detect magic, Featherfall?
Don't you get spells when you... I mean, I thought Artificer chose their spells at the beginning of the day when you did a long rest.
Yeah. You have
okay.
you have an already known spell list, and you can choose from that list.
Yeah, so you can swap out... You can swap in and out any Artificer spell that you could cast. So I think right now at level 2 you can do first level. So you can change up your spell list every day. Your sheet has like a red dot you can use to track which spells you have memorized. You just have to turn it on for those spells.
There's also, the alchemist, right? But of all of the sub artificer types, all the disciplines, I have not played the alchemist.
That's the one I want to play, honestly, but I just haven't had the chance.
But it basically, you double down and focus on alchemical interactions, right? So a lot of potions. You'll be making a lot of potions, and they'll do all sorts of elixirs and do all sorts of weird things with them. So.
Snare seems useful, but it's touch. Oh, but I have a homunculus.
Yeah,
I don't
some
have
minute
100
casting time.
Yeah,
that's
snare is not
unfortunate.
a combat spell.
I'm just now realizing that. I'm gonna keep Sanctuary.
Are you all ready for continuing, or is anyone still leveling up?
Oh, that's right. I was in the middle of it. I was
Yeah,
distracted looking at artificer stuff again.
The one thing about us marshals, leveling, easy, streamlined.
Yeah, yeah. Next level, I think I'm gonna do I'll do the one level of fighter. That makes sense.
Wow, I have 11 hit points now. Yay.
Well, I'm trying to stay keen.
Didn't you take like
what
a
you and I talked about?
negative con?
Yeah.
I did.
Oh, that's your fault then.
Where Grull
I mean-
is the protector, so yeah.
He's a 2-foot tall fairy dude. Okay.
Hey, there are
Fairies
hardy
don't.
fairies. Yeah, don't be
He's not one of
racist.
them.
He's just not one of them. That's fair.
Nope. I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Man, watching my HP go up has been that was the highlight of my level up. Felt good.
Oh yeah, that's for most fighting classes. That is very
Yeah.
important.
Well, even for me, going to a 17, it's like holy smokes! As a monk, it took like 4 levels to get to 25.
And I just jumped to 22. It took Deska 3 levels for that.
The
Yeah.
irony is that if I took 4 points out of my point buy for any other stat and reduced it down and put it into Constitution, I would gain the 2 hit points. Yay!
Hey, that one guy hits you for 7 hit points. You wouldn't have gone
Well,
down.
now I would survive it.
Now you would
I
have
got
survived
11.
it. Yeah.
Maybe I'll do that a day. Cause I'm afraid for your character of massive damage. That's the only thing that's got me terrified.
If you go to,
You just
well, at this point, if
Getting
he's at
damage.
11, you have to go to negative 22 for massive damage death.
it's not too unreasonable.
Oh no, not at all.
Possible. Especially if
Um,
we go into a dungeon and the trap goes off.
Most deaths
Yeah.
are from failing death saves, though. I think I've only had one character die from massive damage.
Death is pretty. Death is it's a lot easier to recover from death in 5e than it was in any of the previous
Yeah,
editions. So.
Deska was 3 points off of massive death once, but that's
Yeah.
the only one I can remember.
5e is
I remember when my barbarian got one shot by Strahd. That still scares me.
yeah. Well, I mean, second edition, if you hit 0, you just died.
Yeah, AD&D. Yeah.
Crazy.
Oh yeah. Well, that's okay. You needed to, because after the torture of figuring out you're a Thaco, I mean, it was
Thaco. It's not Thaco.
Thaco.
It's a Thaco.
Thac.
Get your facts right.
Listen, Thaco, tomato, potato.
All right. It sounds like we're ready to get going again.
Yeah, I guess.
So it
Oh, that's a good
is. Let's see. You need 8 hours to rest. You went to bed at 3 a.m., so it's probably about 11 a.m. right now when you wake up.
Prime time.
How often do we have to get up to check in on Melody?
You have to make one more check today, and if you make that, she should be fine. That one's easier too. It's only a DC 10 today.
So sleeping for 8 hours and then checking on her is not a problem. I don't have to get up.
You have to do it at
somebody
the no. It's more like at the end of the day.
Okay.
All right. So it is 11 a.m. now on still on the 88th of summer, because this was all in the same day. You all wake up. I assume you go down to have some breakfast, where a bunch of people are praising you as the heroes of Char. You would be confronted by people within the bar. It seems like there was a big hubbub last night as a bunch of supplies were given out, food and other necessities, and yeah, the people heard about you, and a bunch of them are here. Do you want to engage with them, or just try to like shoo them away?
Yeah. Nope. I am
Okay, I think
basking in the glory of their attention, and I begin to sing the story of the heroes of Shar
All
and the
right,
trip
give
from
me
Highgard.
give me a persuasion check first of all, and if anyone wants to assist him, they can roll as well.
I can
Oh,
give him guidance.
absolutely.
I'll say up to one of you can
Absolutely.
assist. Well, he might not need assistance. You probably can't do guidance on this because this is over time. It's not instantaneous.
Okay.
But yeah, the people are you gonna like embellish, or are you just gonna tell it straight?
Oh no, I am embellishing. No,
Alright.
it is hyperbole,
Okay.
not outright lies, but like gilding the lily, right?
Oh, then he's going to get actors assisting him.
Every few sentences are in song, and I've been working on in my mind for the, crafting the epic that is the Heroes of Shar, right? So
All right. Yeah. So you're telling your story. Give me a performance check, and again, up to one of you can assist with this.
Elite is leaning against the wall,
Oh,
holy shit!
letting this.
You know
play
what?
out.
I will assist.
Okay.
I will assist as a gladiator. Thanks.
I
I
want to
get that.
burn an inspiration for that.
So 15.
Well, I don't think you can burn it after you roll, unfortunately. But 15 is still not bad. So yeah, you're faltering a bit on your performance. They're really into your story, but you're kind of embellishing, and they're maybe kind of looking at you funny as some of the things don't add up. But then like Grohl jumps in, and he's kind of correcting some things and making it sound better.
Well, no, I'm not correcting them. I will do what we did when we were in the arena. I'll take like victory poses and like fear poses,
Right.
like when he tells like, and then the javelin struck the fine fairy, and I'll be like
Yeah, it was like,
yeah.
all right.
Yeah,
So yeah,
no.
you're distracting a little bit as from the performance being a little bit poorer than the original discussion. But yeah, they're definitely into it, and there's a lot of whispers from the people now about these heroes of Char and the Guar brothers, as you guys are calling yourselves. So
And halfway through, I'm going to tell my brother to start playing his lyre.
So are you?
By some children, telling them how he melted someone's face, terrifying them, not performing well at all, just to two specific children.
So there probably aren't too many children in the tavern right now. But
That
maybe.
was-
No, you're still in the tavern. It's morning, but what was I saying? So yeah, they're getting into it. Grohl, are you trying to make it more the brothers Guar, or are okay with sticking with the Heroes of Char because they're kind of following off your lead now?
No, it's just the friends.
Okay.
You know, with the brothers, the brothers Guar are the brothers Guar.
Yeah.
So that's, it's the three of us. Not to make this any more complicated for you.
The brothers Guar are the Heroes of Char.
Brothers of
Yeah, the
Heroes
brothers
of
Guar are the heroes of Char. Or Robin's eggs. We could go with that too.
Oh my god.
Elite grimaces, and he's like, "All right, I feel like I'm about to leave. Maybe I'll take a stroll through the marketplace."
Alright, maybe there's maybe there's a
Play
couple
your
of kids there that Scrap is talking to as
I'll
well.
pass on playing my lyre.
Entertaining the young ones of the town. Alright, so you're heading to the marketplace?
Yeah, I'll just take a stroll through.
Now are you all going, or just is it just Alir?
I'm going with him.
Elite.
Elite.
Alir. Elite with his lyre.
Yeah. Alright, so you all head over to the marketplace, which is still kind of a buzz with people trying to get as much of these supplies that are left over. It doesn't seem there's much for sale here, other than what you all brought in. What are you trying to buy? Or are you just kind of taking a look around?
Mainly
I'm
taking.
trying to gather information.
Okay.
There's not much for me to buy right now.
Yeah, so a lot of the stalls have been deserted. There are some open now, but things are not in great shape. You start talking to people. What are you trying to gather information about?
I want to know about the troubles that they've been experiencing, the siege that the guy was specifically talking about, and any other major events related to that in this town.
Sure.
I'm going to try rolling this. I want to see if the sheet is smart enough to do this for bardic inspiration. I don't think it is. Nope.
No.
It looks like it is. No, it does. It's adding one where otherwise it wasn't. So maybe it is smart enough to add it. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was just reading. I was trying to roll some of the skills that are not part of my. That I'm.
Oh, you mean for Jack of all trades?
Jack of all trades. Yeah, I want to see if Jack of all trades is adding it. I think it is.
I think it does. I think there's a setting you can set for that in the options, but I think if you get it, it does it automatically.
Yep, I'm seeing an extra +1, which is half my proficiency bonus. So it looks like I'm, proficient in everything now.
All right.
At least halfway.
Well, to ask around the market, I would probably take either persuasion or maybe investigation to know who you should ask. More intelligence-based.
I'll be doing persuasion in an effort to try to, persuade them to share or persuade them to point me in the right direction.
Okay. So you start asking around. The rest of you are kind of hanging out as well if anyone wants to. I mean, are you all staying in the market? Is anyone going anywhere? What's everyone up to?
Find a blacksmith, so I'd go with him to help find a blacksmith.
Okay, so you're basically in the market still. So with a 22, the feeling you get from the people is that about a month, maybe a month and a half ago, these strange attackers started showing up, and at first they were attacking the town more directly, like attacks against the walls were happening, but then it became more of a siege where they were just attacking anyone trying to get into town. They started hitting the outlying farm areas, so apparently all the farms in the area had been abandoned, and anyone that could made their way into Char, which is when the food issues started happening. And no one really knows why. It was very odd, because this doesn't seem like a barbarian thing, because this town does deal with barbarian attacks. It seems like something else. Orcs, humans, and hobgoblins are the main types of enemies that they've seen. There was... It seems like it, and there was one ogre that attacked the town gate at one point, but they're not sure if that had anything to do with the Iron Tide.
And there hasn't been any communication, ransom, threats? It's just been attacks and that's it?
Seemingly not, no. Which is odd.
Who's in charge of the defense?
You would be told that the barracks, the town hall, is kind of... the mayor is kind of the one who is taking care of the town in this difficult time. And you would be getting a lot of questions as to where you came from, because apparently they're not used to seeing a fairy.
I come from the Feywild.
Alright. So let me shift over real quick to Elite. You said you were looking for a blacksmith?
Yep, with me.
Yeah, if Scrap showed any signs that he wanted to find a blacksmith, that I would assist him in that manner.
So you find out that the blacksmith actually died during one of the attacks. He was killed trying to get to town because he lived on the outskirts, so there isn't currently a blacksmith in town.
Well, maybe I could set up shop and try and make a little money. Was a blacksmith in my past.
Yeah, Scrap, it doesn't look like they have one anymore.
Yeah, his shop is basically boarded up. Maybe one of his family members closed it down, but yeah, no functioning blacksmith right now. You might get told that some of the people who have very limited knowledge of blacksmith have been stepping in, but they don't have anything like anyone on your skill level.
Could I ask if I could borrow, like, use the shop for a little, if he has any family in town?
Give me a persuasion check.
If this fails, I'll burn an inspiration for it, because why
Well,
not?
you would have to burn it before you rolled. If you want to use an inspiration point.
Okay, I'll burn it before I roll then.
Alright, so you can roll with advantage.
Where's my...
Oh, pretty good. So yeah, you ask around, you figure out who the surviving family members are. And when they find out that the Heroes of Char are asking to use the blacksmith, they are all for it. And they say, yeah, you can use Grandpa's old shop. And they would let you in. But you do find there's like all the smithing tools you need here. There's like a forge area. There's like, yeah, all the blacksmith tools are here.
Hey,
So-
look, it's a full shop. You
Uh,
can do whatever you want.
It looks like he has about 200 gold pieces worth of iron ingots to make things with. So there's actually quite a large supply of materials here already.
I'm gonna make a sign saying, for a limited time only, blacksmith in town, and I'm gonna make it as big as possible and stick it in some random spots.
Alright, so you might want to mark the 200 GP worth of ingots on the party treasury, because you will need those to craft.
Okay.
Just-
Do I just...
It weighs a lot, so you probably want to just keep it in the blacksmith shop as its location.
So where would I mark that?
Just party treasury.
Okay. Would I
Just
fit in gold or items?
no, it'd be in items. The amount would be 200 GP. Alright, I don't know about this song.
I was like, this is different. Scrap, did you make
I gotta
the
go
bag
through
of
this
holding?
song
This
list.
this is a fairy banger.
The fairy's jamming out. Diddling ding ding. Alright, so I'll say as you're asking questions, Robin, you are approached by an interesting looking gentleman. He appears to be quite tall, fairly muscular, and not actually wearing a shirt. He says, hey friend, I hear you were the ones who helped get the caravan into town. Name's Neil. And he puts his huge hand out to shake your little fairy hand.
I will shake it.
He says, I work for someone who might be interested in procuring your services, as these attackers have been a nuisance to all of us. She'd like to meet with you.
Who is your patron?
She doesn't generally like to give her name out, per se. He says, but I can show you to where she is. And she can judge for herself if she wants to do business with you all or not. Sure, she will. I mean, from what I hear, you guys are pretty badass. Other than that one guy who got hit by the javelin in the story.
Is there any? Can I use insight to determine if this guy is a threat to us?
Sure, give me insight. You don't get that he's being dishonest. You might think he's withholding information about his employer, but other than that, yeah, you don't think he's a threat. At least not now.
So Robin would say, I think we can speak with her. I think though we would need to speak with the mayor first.
He says, yeah. Oh, what are you speaking to the mayor about?
I'd like to to learn more about the defense of the town and figure out
Oh.
what's going on here.
Yeah, no, that makes sense, sure. When do you think you'd be free to talk to her? I was told I could bring you there right now, but if you need to do some things, I can just meet up with you later, maybe.
What time? So it's around noontime now because we.
Yeah, it's probably about 12 in the afternoon on the 88th.
Ask him if we can meet for dinner, and where.
Says, yeah, where are you all staying at?
The Maplewood Inn.
Sure, I'll meet you in the tavern sometime this evening and bring you over to my employer. She can speak to you then.
Are the brothers Guar and Scrap nearby?
I think they're at the they're probably setting up the blacksmith right now. So I think it's just you. Well, I don't know, a Scrap or you're in the blacksmith. Would Elite or Groll be here?
No, Groll's not leaving the tavern as long as Melody's not.
All right, so he's keeping an eye on her.
And Elite is with Scrap and the blacksmith.
Oh, that's why I asked if anyone stayed behind. Okay, so Groll stayed behind then.
Yeah, I said yes.
Oh, I must have missed that. Alright, so Groll is still at the tavern. Got it. Alright, well, I'll be around if you need to talk to me. I don't know, did I get your name? I just know you as the fairy from the story.
I'm Robin Starsong, at your service.
So, as I said, name's Neil, and I will speak to you all tonight. And he's going to take off. Alright. So...
I'll probably fly over and update, Scrap and Elite at the forge, at the blacksmith.
Yeah, so you'd find them kind of setting things up at the blacksmith. There's some people looking in curiously as everything's getting set up.
I mean, I can
I'll also mention to the two of you, it's like, we should go see the mayor and see what's going on here.
For what? Exactly.
The town is under siege, and now we're stuck here.
Ah, that's true. Well, I mean, why not, right?
Alright.
Like, I can go and speak to him, right? Or you guys can come with. It's like looking at Scrap is how into your setting up you are.
So it's probably going to take you the rest of the day using downtime to set up this forge. If you want to do that. Although you could probably spare some time to go to the town hall as long as it didn't take more than a few hours.
Yeah, I'm down to go and talk to the marathon.
Yeah, let's go. This guy needs assistance.
Alright, so the group is heading over to the town hall. The town seems to be, I don't want to say enamored, but they seem to really like you all as you're noticed going through the streets and people are now calling you the heroes of Char.
I will be singing and playing music the whole way.
I thought you said I'd pee.
Me too. I was like, whoa.
I will not be urinating on the populace. No.
Yeah, that's how you quickly lose favor with the town.
And there was this one guy who
Except-
peed on everybody.
Except for the weirdo. The weirdos in town might
The
like
one
it.
guy sitting there is like now he's like super
Hey,
friendly.
yo,
Yeah,
what?
he's
Like,
like,
golden
hey, how's
Hey,
it
it's
going?
not just me. Yeah.
Else is like, oh god, it's another gym.
The town of Shar is known for its water sports, right?
Oh. Alright, anyway. So you would head to the town hall. Actually, you notice this building looks a lot different from the others. History might tell you something.
I can roll that now.
No!
Not that
Now-
it matters.
Roll it, but-
Now I can try.
Oh, do you have training in history, Elite?
No, I do not.
Alright,
But
so
I
yeah,
can give it a shot and give myself guidance.
as long as you have training. So as long as you're
don't have
proficient. Yeah, you'd have to be
Yeah.
proficient. Well, you can go ahead and make a roll. You just wouldn't know too much. You might know something. Alright, so yeah, you would know that
This building is 1,000 years old. Robin's very excited. It's like, I've never seen anything like this.
Yeah, Scrap, you would think this is dwarven architecture, though you don't know much about it. It's just kind of weird that this dwarven building is in the middle of a human settlement. But you get to the gates where there are several guards. They would stop you and ask, "What's your business here, friends?"
We're the heroes of Shar. We're here to help.
Oh, yeah, yeah. One of them says, "These are the guys that brought the caravan in," and one of the others like, "Oh, we have you to thank then. The supplies really helped us." You said you wish to speak to the mayor.
Yes, we want to inquire about the town's defense and situation.
Let me go see if she's available. Just wait here a moment. So he goes inside. About 5 minutes later, he would come out and say, "The mayor is a bit busy at the moment, speaking with some of the townsfolk, but she wants you to come in and speak with one of our guard captains, or the main guard captain. He can probably help you with what you're asking about." So they would lead you inside the old building, which, yeah, there's a bunch of people in the main area, like a front desk area, and kind of a stairwell going up and into the kind of back areas of this structure. There is an old man who, well, I wouldn't say, never mind. He's not old, but he looks like he's in his early to mid 40s as he walks up.
Middle-aged.
Middle-aged, yeah. He says, "You are the heroes of Char. Yes, it's good to meet you. My name is Captain Grobe. At your service," he says. And he goes to shake, I don't know, whoever's in front, he goes to shake your hand.
I am Robin, Starsong.
He says,
Pleased to meet you. And these are my companions. And he points to you guys.
he says, "Welcome, all of you. Must admit you're not the usual types of heroes I'd meet. A small, what are you, friend? My apologies. Are you a fairy creature?"
I am a fairy from the Feywild, and if the other ones have been dying as frequently as we've heard, maybe different is what you're looking for.
He says, "Well, that's for certain." And he says, "And 3 half-orcs." He says, "Well met."
Yeah.
Or sorry, 2 half-orcs, sorry. Well, as I said, it's good to meet all of you. So, you wish to know more about the town's defenses?
The situation here. Yes, we hear there's a siege, and
He says,
obviously you've not been getting any supplies, and the farms have been abandoned. It doesn't seem like a good position to be in.
He says, no, it certainly is not. We've pulled most of our defenses back into the town, and we've been watching the walls. The hobgoblins were attacking us pretty fiercely in the first few weeks of the siege, but since they backed off and they've been working on cutting off our supply lines, several of the surrounding farmlands have been sacked. And of course, you would know that all the caravans trying to come in have been attacked and taken. So we were extremely low on supplies until you all managed to get here. So thank you for that. He says,
have there been any demands?
No demands.
Any communication at all?
It sounds like they've been raiding the farms, but other than that, they haven't tried to get in touch with, at least to my knowledge, they haven't tried to get in touch with anyone in the city. I know that Lord Blackwater has a small grouping of mercenaries he's been using to help in the defense of the town, so luckily we've had him to help us with that.
Elite will say, well, in my experience, when a group of individuals such as them randomly begin to attack and, pillage, it's because something is driving them to either move and get resources some other way, or they're being commanded to by something else.
Yes, and it doesn't seem like this is just a random group of bandits or barbarians. They do seem to have more strength than I'd expect. I was hoping maybe you all would have some information, or maybe you all could help us get some information on who they are and what's going on here. He says, we're a bit poor because of the attacks, but I can pay you what little we have.
I think any of that would be appreciated. Where is Lord Blackwater basing himself and his troops?
Says, well, Lord Blackwater is in the northeastern edge of town. He's not actually a lord in the town. Don't let his title fool you, but his family has a lot of influence within the Empire, and they hold an estate within Char, which they've held for most of Char's existence.
Sorry, but it looks like I'm gonna have to dip out early. My only chance for a ride to work is about to leave.
All right. Well, I'll say just whisper me something in Discord for your MVP vote,
Okay.
and we'll just pick it up with you next time.
All right, you guys have a good one, and I had a lot of fun today.
Too, bro.
Yep. See you next time.
Hey, take care, man. Have a good week.
You're out, Scrap.
See ya.
Look out for peeing fairies.
Watch the weather.
Yeah. So yes, I think speaking with Lord Blackwater would be a good idea. He can probably give you some idea of what he's been working on. We have been mostly just trying to keep the gates safe. We don't have the resources to send anyone out to look into this, unfortunately.
Have you captured any prisoners, or have they been taking any captives?
I think they've taken some of the farmers around. Those who were stubborn and didn't leave their lands were probably taken prisoner or killed. We don't know much about what's going on outside.
And what was your last communication with the Empire? Are they sending troops?
He says, we've sent several messengers to Highguard. I think Lord Blackwater was the one who funded the caravan trip you all just came on. Oh, and another thing, Shock would have paid you your other 50 gold when you got here.
Let me add that to my personal.
And make a note that the ones
We're putting
who are...
that in the party pot.
Yeah, just say we'll just put that money in the party treasury just because not everyone's
I've
here.
already added it.
Oh, god damn it.
So it would be 6 of you times 50, so 300 GP.
Oh, all right. So I need to add another 250 to that. Gotcha.
Yeah, because there's 6 of you, and you each... Oh, wait. No, I'm lying. It was another 25. Sorry. Because it was 25... It was 50 total. 25 at the start and 25 now. So you had it right.
So 25 times 5?
Times... Yes, 5 of you.
So 225 plus 220.
Yeah, 25. So it's 125 GP for the 5 of you. Shock would have given you that. But yeah, he says Blackwater was the one who initially paid all of you to help the caravan get here. So it might be good to check in with him. Maybe he... if there's anyone in town with money, it's going to be him. Well, and he just kind of pauses and lets that trail off.
What's that? Just real quick, asking the party, who added that 200 PG in column F?
That was
What
a
is that?
scrap, but it's supposed to be the iron ingot.
Yeah, so you could put iron ingot, and just 200 GP, not PG.
Okay, got it.
Those are crafting
Global
materials.
dyslexia.
Yeah.
How many iron ingots?
200 GP worth of iron ingots. So the amount would just be 200 GP. Yeah. Basically, if you want to craft something, like, yeah, you use the part of the GP amount from that. The weight of that, that'd be...
Heavy.
Yeah, I would say that would be like 100 pounds, probably. Alright, but anyway, what do you all want to do?
Well, I mean, I think we'd thank the guard captain, ask, let him know that whenever the mayor is free, we'd like to talk to her, and head out to see if we can't contact Lord Blackwater.
Says yes. I'm sure she would like to speak with you as well. And again, any information you can get on what's going on, we can try to compensate you, like who these attackers are and what they want.
We'll look into it. Because we're the heroes of Char.
Yes, thank you. Alright, so where's the group going to go?
I think we can try to swing back through the Maplewood Inn and see if Grohl wants to join us on our visit to Blackwater.
Alright, say it's about 2 o'clock at this point. You head back to the Maplewood. You would find Grohl tending to Melody, who's looking a little bit better, but she is out cold.
And talking to every single woman that comes in. Hi, I'm Grohl.
Well, you're up in her room, I would assume, right?
Well, yeah. I wasn't going to sit up there the entire time. Remember, I was telling stories
All right,
downstairs.
so maybe you're going up and down, trying to
Yeah.
hit on some of the village ladies. Where's Melody? Where did I put her?
I'll let you know that we all, update you on the conversations, right? As well as the fact that we have somebody's meeting us at dinner time here at the inn, who's interested in talking to us about the situation in Char.
Are any of them disciples of Tyr?
I leave that to you to determine. Mortal gods are
no, 'cause
odd,
we
and I
wouldn't
don't really
be.
pay attention. So
That's probably a no, because if they were, we would know already. You would know already.
Melody's steady and the girls here are nice.
Give me give me another persuasion check.
Persuasion or performance?
Probably persuasion if you're talking
and who,
to.
are you talking about the women that he's hitting on?
Yeah, he's talking to some ladies. I'll give him a persuasion check.
He's really not trying. He's just talking to everybody because he knows alcohol's his friend.
Oh, so is he just like being friendly? Okay. So
he's like, yeah, he's just, hey, I'm
he's just trying to be friendly with like the barmaids and stuff. All right, fair enough. He might be coming off a little weird to them, but yeah.
What a shock!
What a shock.
So, I mean, Grohl realizes that social lubricant equals success for him with the ladies.
Social lubricant.
Fair. So yeah, are you all going
over and whisper is like typically mentioning lubricant in public places is not a good way to make those connections.
I heard there was a fairy peeing on people. Was that you?
That didn't actually happen.
What have I got myself into?
So are you going to all go to Lord Blackwater's estate?
I don't think I should. I'm gonna have to check on Melody. Not as you said, it was about 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, it's about 2 o'clock right now.
Said I have to really check in on Melody, guys, pretty shortly, and it'll be an important checkup. So I probably shouldn't go anywhere until that final checkup is completed. Although she is looking better, and it looks promising, there's still a chance that she could turn for the worst.
I'm gonna try to take a look at her with my newly refined medical knowledge.
Sure. She looks stable. She's not out of the woods yet, but I mean, the huge gash in her neck is at least, not spewing blood everywhere, so that's good. You would guess pretty much similar to his diagnosis that she just needs to rest and hopefully she'll recover over the next few days.
Cool. Well, we should definitely check with Lord Blackwater. He funded our caravan, so if there's anybody with money, it's going to be that guy.
Well, I suspect that if she's okay later today, I will then begin administering some of the divinity of Tyr into her, which will hopefully speed her recovery.
Phrasing, man. Phrasing.
Seriously. All right.
Come on. That's just how he speaks.
That's just how he speaks. All right, so everyone else is going to head to the Blackwater estate.
Yep.
Yeah, we tugged along by the ferry.
All right, so you all head north, cutting through the field.
Robin is an endless font of energy, social engagement, and extrovert behavior.
So you would notice as you're walking north a strange building off in the distance. It almost seems like it's sitting on land that has no plant growth, which is a very odd sight. Like it almost seems like the grass grows up to a point, then for like maybe 100-foot radius around this old church, it's just barren. And there's a lot of ruins around the church, like old buildings that have either just been abandoned, some of them are falling over, and others, yeah, just don't look like they're in good condition.
Robin's eyes light up. It's like, that looks very interesting, and
Yeah.
we should take a look.
I am. There's no way to determine like what kind of runage it is or anything like that, right? I don't have our.
So history would probably help with that, though you'd have to get closer.
Let's talk with Blackwood, and then we can take a look.
All right.
Maybe we shouldn't. That looks like private property.
All right. Well, you would get to the Blackwater estate, a large 3-story building that looks like it's fairly old. There is a wall around it that is about 10 feet high, and there's like little. You would guess probably, I don't even know what you'd call them, but like areas behind the wall where like you could climb up and like see over the wall, because there are guards on each of the 4 parts of the like 4 corners of the wall, and several who are patrolling around the outside. You don't think these are town guards. These look like private mercenaries. One of the guys at the gate puts his hand up as you approach and says, "Halt. Who are you?"
We are the heroes of Shar.
Give
And
me.
we seek an audience with Lord Blackwood.
He says, "Lord Blackwater."
Sorry, Lord Blackwater.
Give me
Channeling
a.
my inner Sherlock Holmes.
That's fine. Give me a persuasion check.
I'm going to use an inspiration point for this.
Just raining inspirations.
Is there like a way for
good
me
you
to
did.
size up these guards, like as a warrior? Like,
What's the highest passive perception in the group, actually?
Mine's 14.
yeah, this is 12.
Okay. Size them up. I think there are abilities that can do that. Insight might be one if you don't have one of those specific abilities.
Not this time. No.
I can't think of any other skill that might apply here.
Okay.
Maybe persuasion. I'll say, or sorry, not persuasion. Perception. Maybe perception or insight.
I do have perception. I'll give it a shot.
So you definitely think these guys are probably more trained than most of the town guards you've seen, just the way they carry themselves and the way they're kind of like more disciplined than most of the other guards. They are also better armed than most of the town guards you've seen. You do notice a... never mind. That's all you'd notice.
No sigils or anything?
No. One of them at the gate talks to the other one. He says something in Elven. The other one nods, and he says, "Wait here a moment." And one of the guards makes his way inside. Do you want to do anything while you're waiting, or just wait for him to get back?
I'm just
I'm just
observing
observing.
the surroundings. And
So
keep an eye out.
he comes back, and he says, Lord Blackwater is not taking guests right now, but he says he might be in touch with you within the next few days. Give me an insight check. You might notice something. Anyone who's there.
I wish I was Deska, dude. This is so fucking rough. That's because I got plus 12.
Well, you always wish for the skills you don't have.
Yeah, because that's when they come into play.
Oh,
So, I think 14 is the highest. You get the feeling that maybe Lord Blackwater isn't as happy with your group as the rest of the town is, but you have no idea why that would be.
I think I could put it together.
But yeah, that's what he tells you. He says he'll be in touch soon, but for now he's not entertaining.
well, we're at the Maplewood Inn.
Nods. He says, "I'll let him know."
Always vigilant.
So then I guess we'll leave, and I'll be tugging on Elite's arm and say, "Let's go check out that church we saw."
How about we not do that? That's private property.
No, it's what's this private property thing? It's if we see it, we can look at it.
That's not how it works. That's like saying, "Oh, if you're holding a piece of gold and I snatch it out of your hand, now it's my piece of gold." It's not
That's
the same
exactly
thing.
the way that works. That is exactly the way that works.
That's not how it works.
Mortals in your.
Oh, are you approaching the church?
I want to come up to the edge and take a look. Yeah.
I will say, a pace back. Like, you could go look because I'm not your father, but I'm not
So,
going anywhere near that thing.
as you get closer, you kind of cross over the area where the grass is all dead into like almost like a wasteland type area around the church. What is your alignment?
Chaotic neutral.
Is anyone here good?
I think I am. Let me double check.
Alright, so you would. Well, let me see what you are.
Okay, I don't think it's on mine, but I'm pretty sure I should. No, I'm actually lawful neutral. So
Alright, so actually, you would also. Or you would feel a little bit uncomfortable as you cross that threshold. Something about this area around the church is making you a little uncomfortable. What is your passive perception?
14.
well,
So as you get closer to the church, you would see several of the windows are busted out. But in the upper level, you would notice what looks like a woman looking out the window, looking at you too as you approach. You're about 50 feet from the church right now.
Hello there.
Elite will not take a single. Actually, he'll step back over the threshold or whatever it is.
You're backing off,
Robin
all right?
raises his arm and waves
Yeah, because
at her. Hello, my lady.
All right. She stares out at you for a moment, then steps out of view. And-
Remember when I said
Fades.
private property?
As you're doing that, a voice behind you, you would hear yelling, "Hey, wait, wait!" As you see a town guard who is kind of near the farm over here is like running towards you too. He would get to the threshold, kind of the edge where you are, Elite, and says, "You guys can't go over there. That's the cursed church."
That's what I was trying to tell him. It's private. Wait, you say cursed?
He nods. He says, "No one goes there. If you go there, you'll go mad. People have gone there and disappeared, and some have just never been seen, while as others have come out of there completely insane. We just avoid that place. I suggest you do the same."
Curious or?
Now I'm interested.
He says, "I wouldn't want to see the new heroes have something bad happen to them. You all just got here, and you've helped us so much."
Has there ever been an investigation party ever go inside to see what's going
So-
on in there?
We've had mercenaries and self-proclaimed adventurers show up to try to do something about the church, but all of them have disappeared. The most we've had was a detachment of the Crimson Blade, the mage hunting group of the Empire, come here, and all of them disappeared as well. He says, and they are much more powerful than any of the mercenaries who have been here.
So you're
That
saying
place is damned.
if we were to clear this place of its damnation, our reputation would increase.
I like where you're going with this, Elite.
He says, well,
And the name
yes,
is fear.
but also, as I said, many groups' tale has ended with that place, so I'd be cautious. We've just left it alone because, no one's been able to do anything about it.
Were there any distinguishing characteristics that I could determine of the woman that was in the window?
You said your perception was 14.
Passive, yep.
She seemed like she had brown hair. And maybe a style of clothing that history might tell you something about.
I will roll it.
No.
I know nothing.
Yeah. It just looked odd to you, like the clothes she was wearing.
I'll mention to the guard is like, it seems that somebody's still living there.
Probably some sort of spirit. I wouldn't trust anything you see. He says, like I said,
I'm
that place
I'm
inspires
Fey.
death
I
and
never trust
madness.
anything that I see, but that doesn't prevent me from being curious about seeing it.
You would nod. You say, well, you all do what you think is best, but I just wanted to come warn you, because I don't think anyone's told you about the church yet.
I appreciate the word. What do you think, Robin? Can I slice a ghost with my blade?
There's only one way to find out.
Well, it'll have to wait because it seems we have a lot on our plate right now.
And we need to get back and meet whoever is meeting us at the Maplewood. And my fans need my performance for the evening.
Oh God!
Your fans, all right. Your only fans.
There are only two kinds of people. There are the people that have heard me and are my fans, and the people that have yet to hear me will become my fans.
There you go.
I only like you because you remind me of someone else.
So I guess we'll head back.
So you head back to the inn. Let's see. It's probably about 3 o'clock now. What's his name? Am I forgetting your character names?
Elite, roll,
Scrap. So Scrap is in the marketplace continuing to set up the blacksmith. That's going to be what he's doing today. Your cleric, Groll, is tending to Melody. But yeah, what do the rest of you want to do? Or do you want me to
Until
just
dinner
pass
time,
some
I will
time?
be performing in the tavern.
Okay. So you do have enough time to put a day's worth of downtime towards that if you want to mark that in the downtime activity projects. It's not something that has a number of days that can be completed, but the more time you put into performing, the better the group's what's it called? Your reputation here will be, as well as you'll get paid for doing it over time if you keep doing it. Like you'll make
Okay.
money off of it.
It's also in our background, at least for three of us. Backed by popular demand.
Oh, are you all doing it?
I'm not, but if if Grohl performs, he gets to stay for free.
Yep.
And all that
There we go. Yep.
I am going to go train outside.
It is also on my background. So
Hey, you're also.
Oh.
Hey.
What does that
So
ability
I'll-
do? You just get to live for free because you're doing that?
yep,
Yeah.
we can always find a place to perform, and
Okay, so you...
modest or comfortable standard for free. So.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, you get comfortable from that?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Depending on the quality of the establishment, so some places wouldn't have comfortable.
This place probably would. What are those rules called? Those are the...
And it reinforces what you were saying a moment ago. Is that it also your performance makes you something of a local figure, right? Strangers in the town recognize you, and they typically take a liking to you.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, you guys are epic.
Yeah, so that would fall under... Because I was going to actually start...
rock star.
It's going to start charging you. The first day was free because of what you did, but I was going to start going into expenses. So if you get up to comfortable for free, and that's a background thing you said, right? By popular demand.
Yep. For the entertainer background. Yep.
All right. And do you all have that?
We all do.
I have
but
it. Scrap.
I do not think
Scrap's the
Scrap
one
has
without
it.
it.
All right.
The
Scrap
rest of
does.
us have.
We all do.
So-
Scrap has it, but also Elite would not perform, so he would normally pay.
All right. Well, let me get back to that because we aren't at the end of the day and we're probably going to have to end here. But it's good to know because if that's the case, then you might get a private room within the inn.
Hey.
Which you can add as your group's first stronghold. Basically, your halfling friend Verney, he would, as you're coming in, would say, you guys certainly helped out a lot, and you've been performing to bring me a lot of business, so I want to give you something for that. And he would hand you a key. He says, there's a back room area that's off of the bar and kitchen that you guys can use for privacy. So feel free to use it as much as you want.
Thanks, Vernie.
He nods.
That's very much appreciated.
Yeah, so mechanically you'd have to have someone doing comfortable lifestyle, but since you get that from performing, I'll say he just gives that to you. So you can add that as a stronghold. The Maplewood Inn back room is your first one. You can leave stuff there and use it to do private conversations and such. But yeah, why don't we do MVP votes and we'll stop here.
Do we want to stop here or do we want to check on Melody one last time? That way we don't have to keep waiting on it.
I was going to do that at the end of the day because you have to do expenses and stuff. So why don't we just wait till next time? And I'll probably forget and you won't have to make the roll. Because I think I still have to have Scrap pay for his time in town. Especially now that he's getting a blacksmith.
Wow, this thing is slow today. Crap.
Just like that, we have dominated the enemy.
Yeah, good introduction to Char so far.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Church?
Did he send me an MVP vote? Doesn't look like it.
I think it sounded like he was getting up as he was telling us that, so he might not even heard your comment.
At least no one got stabbed in his house this time. That was the first. It's been a while for that to happen. Were you with us then, Brad?
I don't remember that.
Remember that, Keem? He goes, "Holy shit! My roommate just stabbed himself."
He stabbed
I do not
himself?
remember that.
I remember hearing.
Yeah, you don't remember that?
I remember something about someone getting arrested.
That was today.
Jesus. Well, that's what happens when you build connections with a lot of different folks online, right? You get all sorts of new friends.
That was just so funny when he did it. It fucking laughs. Just like, the fuck did he say?
All right, so it looks like there is a three-way tie between Grohl, Scrap, and Robin. Scrap's not here, so he's disqualified. Robin and Grohl, give me a roll off.
I voted for Robin, so if he didn't vote for me, he can have it.
Oh, you got a roll off. Doesn't matter who you voted for.
You gotta roll off. Dude, come on.
You don't just get to give.
Hey, I didn't roll a 1 this time.
Spirit of the MVP vote. Oh, all right. There you go. Grohl, you are MVP. Congrats. Get your inspiration point.
What I'm kind of like, what I'm not sure, I always vote for the dude who died.
Yeah. That does seem to be Robin's modus operandi.
Are you entertained by death of your friends, you weirdo?
I always vote for the
because
or was it the water sports comment?
Oh,
well, it was a little bit of both, but I also kind of like, okay, I'm like, okay, Robin did a good job, Elite did a really good job, Scrap did a good job, but you know what? Robin probably needs a inspiration point.
Well, you're not supposed to vote on who you think needs it.
I'm just saying.
Don't try to min-max my MVP system.
If a fairy from the Feywild pees on you, it probably smells like rose water. Okay.
Oh,
gross.
Oh, you know what? They all say that.
That's
like
what they. That's what they.
Taste like soft serve ice cream.
That's what they tell you until you actually get peed on. You're like, wait, this isn't rose water.
And then they laugh at you.
And then they laugh at you and fly away. Yeah. That guy actually believed me.
Yep.
It was good time, guys.
Yeah, good game, everyone. We'll
Yep.
pick it up next week, hopefully with all 5 of you and possibly a new member. We'll see.
I do have elite art being made, so I am excited to.
Oh, you're getting rid of the brooding guy?
Huh?
Your
You get
brooding
rid of
art.
the- you get rid of
Oh, the one yeah. It's probably gonna be along the same lines, but we'll see. We'll see.
I've already
I
had I already found your picture of Grawl and posted it, so you already got it. So.
All right, guys, I gotta head out.
All right, I'm just taking
All
notes,
right.
so you're welcome to take
right,
off
guys.
or chill.
Yep.
But
Bye-bye.
see you next week.
Take care, guys. Have a great week.
Later.
The Unknown Mercenaries. Okay, notes are done. Is anyone still in Twitch? Looks like we got some Twitch comments. I don't know if anyone's still here, though. I do still see one viewer. Hope you enjoyed the game, viewer. I'm going to finish up my notes here, and then I'm going to take off as well. I don't know why the music turned off. That was weird. Wonder if this will work. Wonder if you can add macros to the notes here. Anyway, I'm going to take off. I'll see you maybe later for my 5:30 game.